Masters tournament. Next up is the first Masters Cup semi-final between USRC and the Wallsend Boys Club. And your teams for USRC: 1, Sentinel; 3, Cristiano Cordero; 4, Kowloon; 5, Juan Kowloon; 9, Fabio Alcantara; 10, and captain Daniel Cortez; and 6, Charles Castroneves.
And welcome back to the Hong Kong Football Club, the HKFC City Soccer Sevens 2016. Join us back here with the semi-finals of the Masters competition, and we have the Wallsend Boys Club, who are playing in their green and yellow strip against the USRC, who are indeed the defending champions of this particular trophy. And I have joining me this afternoon Mark Granger, former Hong Kong international, and welcome to you, Mark. You actually took part in this competition earlier this weekend.
I certainly did, Peter. Good afternoon to you, and great that we're able to stream this live from the Hong Kong Football Club. Yeah, we didn't do so well, let's just say that, Peter. And in many respects, I'm glad I'm not actually playing this afternoon, because the temperature's certainly gone up a notch or two. But this actually should be a great game, to be honest. Could well have been the final.
So certainly two of the strongest teams meeting each other in the semi-final stage. The USRC always send a strong team, always a large contingent of Brazilians playing with the USRC, and demonstrate their skills on the stage here at the Hong Kong Football Club. Yeah. As soon as you say that, they give the ball away, of course.
Yeah, I think it's going to be sort of relatively evenly matched, but the Brazilians, it depends if they're sort of, looks like they're not necessarily sitting off as they have been doing, because they'll sort of let you have the ball, and then suddenly you're almost a liability when you have the ball, because that's when they press you and win it back, and you can create a little bit of space. And they do have the quality to punish you, that's for sure. Everybody's very, very comfortable on the ball, and of course in sevens, that's exactly what you need.
So Alcantara on the ball, Fabio Alcantara, very well-known name in Hong Kong football circles, playing for Yuen Long. Scores hatfuls of goals, as he has done this weekend as well. That's Daniel, he's the playmaker. Alcantara again on the ball, coming inside. Oh, very solid challenge there. Referee not happy with that. So that's the first booking of the day.
Yeah, and
Wallsend.
I don't mind that, Peter, because that gentleman actually fouled me a couple of evenings ago and I didn't get anything. So yeah, definite card as well, and it's actually very dangerous, because this is a fabulous position, slightly off centre, and could well favour the left foot of the key midfielder.
So that was in fact Ben Dawson going into the book. Tony Seeley in goal. Not a familiar position for him, not having to step in. He was then not able to find a goalkeeper for this weekend. Free kicks taken, knocked in. Seeley's been drawn out of his goal. He's got defenders on the line. Managed to take it away, up to McBreen. Bundled over.
He did pretty well there, Tony Seeley, didn't he? He came out quickly, obviously not the biggest in goal, and you know, perhaps Wallsend may, beg your pardon, USRC may sort of regret that, because a sort of chip to the far post may have been a better option.
Nice flick on from McBreen. Back in again here. Tries to beat the goalkeeper down at his right-hand side. But Douglas Ellis got across there. McBreen a little disappointed with himself.
That was a proper save. JJ here. It sort of bounced up, didn't it, for McBreen, and he didn't get enough on it. He perhaps could have had a touch, try to play first time and just sort of pass it into the goal. And, well, great opportunity for Wallsend boys there.
Still in possession. pressure on. Coming back through Watson. John Watson's got Tony Seeley out from his goal.
Of course, this is what Tony Seeley offers, being an outfield player and a striker, of course. He can do that. You've just got to be a little careful. He has been caught a couple of times over the weekend, but it clearly provides an extra man. So strategically, I don't think it's a bad decision that he did play himself in goal.
And with the throw. Alcantara, very comfortable with his back to play, makes the space, brings the ball away. Comes square. Daniel again. Handled off the ball. Plenty of physicality in the game. Alcantara.
There isn't it? This it's nicely worked. Yeah, you see that's kind of what I was referring to, Peter, for the free kick, because Tony's Seeley's not the tallest, and just a little chip over does the job. Good goal, nice 1-2 played. Not tracking the man there. I think it was JJ that just left him. Just a little chip over. Seeley well out of his goal, and an easy finish, really.
And Boys Club 1-0 up in this semi-final of the Masters main competition. Watson find a way past Miranda. Miranda again finds Alcantara. Shooting from distance. Spotted Seeley off his line. There is the tendency for an outfield player to want to push up, and Tony Seeley must be aware of that danger. We've seen goals scored from the halfway line here this weekend. Alcantara, one of those goal scorers himself earlier yesterday, knocking Ayals out of the tournament. Tony Seeley equal to that shot.
Well, Wallsend do have to be very careful now, because USRC are turning the screw, and that wasn't far away either. And if they do go 2 goals down, Peter, I feel this is probably over in this heat, and at this stage of the tournament. It's difficult to break them down at the best of times, get a couple of goals back. It's starting to go long as it is, so Wallsend boys got to be very, very careful.
Well, Daniel McBreen, who played for South China last year, he's been the danger man for Wallsend. He's got the goals for them this weekend, and clearly a tactic is to get the ball up as quickly as possible. Some good covering, snuffs out that danger. Referee blows her whistle. It's 7 minutes up. In the Masters competition, we just have 7 minutes each way. There will be a minute or so for the half-time team talk. So 1-0 to USRC. That's the goal scorer there, Fabio Alcantara.
Yeah, he's quick on his feet, isn't he, Peter? And he sort of glides around this field. Obviously, still playing at the highest level here in Hong Kong. And I'm not sure how old he is, but I think he's only just turned 35, 36, and it makes a huge difference compared to the over 40s.
The Masters have a squad of 11, and 5 of those players are allowed to be in the 35 to 39-year-old category, and all the others have to be over 40. So the more in the 35 to the 39-year-old you have, the stronger the team.
Well, yes, correct, Peter, but it's a balance, isn't it? Still, with you can have all the legs in the world, but at the end of the day, it's still about football players, and you need mobility, you need pace, but you need that quality on the ball as well, being able to be comfortable. And the USRC team, in actual fact, they nearly got knocked out, didn't they, of the main tournament earlier on, but they've started slow. Friday night they lost one of the games. It was the Hong Kong Football Club that beat them, and now they've woken up, so to speak, and they look like the real deal once again.
So we're back underway for the second half. Wallsend chasing the game, 1-0 behind. Up to McBreen, with beaten in the air. Mendez makes the run for the return ball.
There's a man over as well, and it's the goal scorer, but it's a poor ball to him.
Intercepted Matt Wamba. Second half substitutes come on. Ben Dawson, early ball in from McBreen, took a swing at it under pressure. Green hoping to get something out of the referee, but she's not interested.
It wasn't a bad effort. He sort of he connected with one of those against us earlier on, and it absolutely flew in the goal. It wasn't too different, so that's clearly a strategy. Because Wallsend boys just don't have, they're not going to be able to match USRC for legs, but they can be physical.
Cadero's got some space here.
Through on goal.
Clear run on goal. Can he beat Seoul? Oh yes he can. That was a very well taken goal for him, especially when you consider that Cadero is a defender.
Yeah. It just clearly opened up for him, didn't it? No cover on that far side, just getting tired, as mentioned. They've been looking for the long ball. Cadero just outstripped them there. Still got quite a bit to do, mind you. First touch, second touch, settles himself. Didn't actually need to come off of the stanchion, but just for good measure.
So 2-0 now to USRC. Dawson trying to find Breen. Defender's foot in the way. Ball bouncing around. Alcantara happy to take it down. Cadero looking for options.
Yeah, they've got to squeeze now, and USRC throwing away there. It's a 2-goal cushion. You should just be able to see this one out, one would think.
Referee in fact gave a free kick. Daniel spreads the ball to the other side of the pitch. Miranda. Got Cadero in lots of space. Wallsend having a chase now. Very hot in these conditions. USRC happy just to knock the ball around. Alcantara.
They've played it very well, Peter, actually, because they haven't got into a battle with the Wallsend boys, who can clearly put a foot in. So can USRC, by the way. They're by no means just a Brazilian ball-playing side, but they've just not got into that physical battle with them, and they just kept the ball nice and easy, moving it around.
Given away. Cadero tidies up.
Yeah, error starting to creep in now as you push. It's never easy, because there's always a man over here, look.
Happy to maintain possession. Only halfway through the second half, but still a lot to do for Wallsend if they wish to get back into this game. It's like a 2-on-1. It is. Sealy's out. Referee believes that was off the chest. Sealy brings the ball forward.
Looks like he handballed it, actually, to me, but our female official had a closer view. Did very well, Tony Sealy, I must say.
Ball across the face of goal. Green couldn't get anything on that.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Peter. He just needed to get something on it, a knee, a chest, anything, and that was a goal. It was a decent ball in. Yeah, not really. That's not the best angle to see that one, but Tony Sealy read the danger very, very well.
And his gloves are the same colour as his shirt.
Certainly helps.
Wallsend, Angelo da Silva from distance.
Yeah, he's the Wallsend's token Brazilian, I think, Peter. Nice footballer.
He's based here in Hong Kong. Ball given away, a little bit sloppy. Dawson with the throw, De Silva. Things it under control, but he's under pressure.
That's the thing, he's just getting crowded out, isn't he? He's very tricky, got a couple of good feet there, he's tidy, but he's not doing it, not being allowed to do it in the right spaces, actually.
Tied up at the back. Into the last 2 minutes of the second half, USRC leading 2-0. And fairly comfortably so. Cadero, scorer of the second goal. Asking for support. Daniel. Playing through the middle. Alcantara has found a little bit of space. Couldn't find the pass to bring another goal attempt. Wamba. De Silva. All overlaps. McCreen, who's been marshalled expertly. Kowloon has been all over him this afternoon and certainly kept the opportunities of McBreen to an absolute minimum.
Yeah, he's done very well, hasn't he? They've tried to go long a couple of times, and big Brazilian defender has done his job, so then they've tried to play a little more short, and it's not quite their game. They try again, but Cadero this time heads it away.
Cristiano Cadero, one of the most decorated players in Hong Kong football, captain the representative team. Now that was an opportunity for De Silva. Not quite sure he knew that was coming. Thought someone was going to get something on it in the melee before him.
Yeah.
Just came off his foot.
Absolutely. I think he thought the goalkeeper was going to punch in, and he should have done. And he just didn't move his feet quick enough to just hit him, didn't it? Time's up, though, unfortunately, on this one. And a deserved win, I must say, for USRC. Really, after that second goal went in, then there was no way back. They just controlled the football match. Cadero did his stuff. And great effort from Wallsend. Really fabulous weekend they've had. Probably the best they've done on this Hong Kong Sevens. And as mentioned, USRC are the team to beat because they've upped one or two gears, and they look the champions, defending champions that they are.
So we must say goodbye to the Wallsend Boys Club. 2-0 defeat there to USRC, meaning that their weekend is over. They've acquitted themselves very well as we move into the second semi-final of the Masters competition, the Citi All-Stars versus the Hong Kong Football Club Chairman Select. The Citi All-Stars have done very well in terms of living up to the name of All-Stars. Mark, there's Vladimir Spicer and Patrick Berger in particular.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I'm sure everyone, or not everyone, but the majority of this crowd remember those two gentlemen in a very, very famous Liverpool side. Just incredible stuff. And they actually look a lot bigger now as well than when you see them in real life. I thought Patrick Berger was quite small, but stood next to him yesterday, the 4-0 thrashing that we got. He's a big guy. Dion Burton, of course, famous at Derby County. Very, very good player. I mean, the whole side, Peter. But you know what? They give you, for our Hong Kong Football Club team have done fabulously well. They give you half a chance, you know, and if you can, get sort of get close to them, and you can hit them a little quicker, then I think you're still in with a win with a shout. Having said that, they can move up the gears again pretty quickly. So this is going to be a tough ask for the home Hong Kong Football Club.
Hong Kong Football Club playing in their white strip. Citi All-Stars playing in the dark blue. Paul Fitzgerald trying to find a way through past Beaumorte, but intercepted. Beaumorte with a run, he's got players around him. he wants to use them. Burton with the first opportunity, and James Seddon came out and spread himself to deny Dion Burton. An excellent save, but clearly a very dangerous side, City.
Yes, yeah, and it was given away actually, wasn't it, by Fitzgerald over there. I call him Fitzy because that's how we know him, but it was just too telegraphed, and Boa Morte obviously.
Burton with the corner in, but it's cleared. Only as far as Berger.
Can't get too close on him. He got close on him there. He's going to pull away. It's a free kick, dangerous area. And
Stuart McGuinness was very, very aggressive in trying to win the ball back, but a free kick all day.
Yeah, it was. Came through the back of him, didn't he, Stuart McGuinness? But what a save, by the way. James Seddon kept them. Kept the clean sheet for the moment. It was a fabulous save because Dion Burton will be kicking himself. That should have been 1-0 to the All-Stars.
Berger over the free kick. Dion Burton making a nuisance of himself right in the goal mouth. Berger to take it, left-footed. Headed away. Can't beat Jan Suleiman. Good solid header. Still City in possession. Burton.
Great touch, wasn't it? Beaumont is so dangerous because he's you're not sure. He's left-footed, but he can come right or left, and when he's running at you at pace, there you go. It's not that easy to defend against him.
Spanos with a timely interception. David Thompson trying his luck. Never afraid to shoot from distance, David Thompson.
No. Unlucky.
Still plenty of pace. David Thompson spent some time at Liverpool, also at Coventry City and Blackburn. Unfortunately, short career for him. The age of 26 injury meant that he gave up the professional game.
Yeah, it's so tough, isn't it? That? His demands at the highest level. Fouad's a good ball if he can travel now, and he's got pace, Anthony Sassi, but it's too easy. Got to keep the ball near you. Just that little bit of quality starting to show now. Now out of position, you see.
So Sinclair finds Berger. Just waiting to find the movement in the box from Moles. Still with City. Boa Morte. It's being tracked now by two defenders. Still manages to find Thompson. Trying to find the angle for the shot, but just can't find the corner of the net. Seddon that time not needing to make a save.
Yeah, I thought that got deflected, Peter, but it seems the referee has not given that. Possibly have a look again. No, I don't think it was. Good decision. Chance here, you see. They'll give you one or two. McGuinness just not collecting the ball.
Suleiman now.
Got a run at them if he can.
He does have some pace himself. Up against Boa Morte, who are just too slow. Frank Sinclair snuffing out that danger.
Got to come and meet that ball, haven't you, at this level for sure. You can't just wait for it to come, and that was too easy for Chelsea fullback. The ball wasn't quite travelling at the pace it should be. Of course, you know, a big thing to remember, Peter, is that the pitch is quite dry now after this Friday night. It was zipping around, and maybe that ball would have made it on Friday night, but now it's going to hold up a little bit. You've really got to put your foot through it, and you do have to make a big effort to come and meet it as well. Well read this time by Suleiman, and if he can break here, he has got the pace. Boa Morte though is strong as well.
I think Boa Morte, using all his years of experience, there was a one-on-one there with Fouad. If Suleiman had been able to release the ball, and Boa Morte just making sure that the free kick was given. It gives the team the time to regroup. Spanos. McGuinness. Tries to come inside Thompson. Wins the free kick.
See, actually, Peter, this, believe it or not, these are the little chances that they do give you. I mean, I know it doesn't seem much, right, that free kick, but Suleiman, as you say, Yansky, he was through there, And if he could have just nicked a little bit, it was a great free kick to concede, wasn't it, from the All-Stars? Because it stopped a potential goal-scoring opportunity, but it's a little chance.
It's the fine margins you need to take advantage of when you're up against an All-Star team. Spanos for Hong Kong Football Club. McGuinness showed far too much of that.
He did, and again, that's the little things, Peter, we were just saying. It's just that quality, isn't it? The small things. His first touch wasn't the best.
Berger finds Burton.
Lucky again for the chairman select, I must say. Burton didn't have the best touch himself in the box, and just slightly leant back, just popped up. But you could see what he was trying to do. But yeah, unfortunately, Stuart McGuinness on that far side, it wasn't close enough to him, and these ex-professionals will nip in there and take it off of you.
Tony Warner. It's pretty much his first touch. Finds Thompson. Morte. Playing quite deep. As the referee blows the half-time whistle. City All-Stars 0, Hong Kong Football Club Chairman's select 0. And I think that the football club team could be the happier of the two after a first half under the cosh. And we'll be back in just a few moments. Starting to fill up as we move into the afternoon's entertainment and to the serious business of qualifying for cup finals. Tim Bradbury, number 17 on his shorts, player coach and former teammate of yours, I think, Miles Ranger.
Yes, absolutely, showing our age once again. But yeah, I played with Tim in the Hong Kong national team. And what a player he was, by the way. Fortunately, as most of us, his legs are not quite what they used to be. But done a great job, I must say, bringing this chairman select team all the way to the semi-final of the main cup tournament. It's been a little while since the football club have had a team at this stage in the main cup tournament for many years.
Patrick Berger finds Morte. Roll up the ball to Moles. They're taken off him. Simon Galvin, second half substitute. Fouad. And they hit the pass. Boa Morte. Clipped there by Suleiman, who received the first yellow card of this game.
Yeah, also not a bad one to concede, really, because there's a break on potentially anywhere. That's going to be easy for Jim Seddon. Just got to, you know, I personally think, Peter, the longer this goes on, you know, possibly move into that again. You say it's too easy. Football club, you know, they've got a reasonable chance here because fitness-wise, they are very, very sharp. They can cover ground, and the All-Star team will be getting tied up by the minute.
Boa Morte to Moles. Michael Moles, Dutchman. Many successful years at Rangers in Scotland, but loses out to Fitzgerald. Morty tidies up for him.
Did very well there, didn't he? Paul Fitzgerald got a foot in, didn't dive, stood on his feet. Got to come out of there if he can.
Suleiman just trying to beat Morty, but loses out. Morty on to Matt Jansen, second half substitute on for the City team.
He's got legs as well, hasn't he? Together with a left foot, I must say. Burton going to get a foot in here. They've got a man over and it's Berger. But good defending there.
Fitzgerald bringing the ball out. Early ball to Galvin. Brings it under control. If he can turn inside Morty, he can. But his ball across to Anthony Sassy, intercepted Marvin Andrews.
Once again, Peter, another, I know it may seem strange to some of the viewers, but another great position and opportunity. Half a chance that for Football Club. And you've just got to have that extra bit of quality.
Spanos
could be
Spanos has been...
he's gone against him.
Yeah, Spanos put the ball into Fuad, who's just picking himself up before there. The referee was undecided, it appeared at one point. The flag went up from this side.
Well, look again, Peter, you're right. The official was under... Oh, yeah, no, I don't think so. I think the assistant referee on this side, formerly called linesman, got it right. I really do. I think Fuad just got his foot caught in the surface. Good move, though, from the chairman select.
Certainly much more penetration in the second half from the Hong Kong Football Club team. There's an overlap. Mickey Gray, second half substitute. Puts it back for Jansen.
Fitzgerald doing very well again.
Morty. He's got a man out wide. That's Mickey Gray. Goes to the byline, pulls back, and there it is. Matt Jansen on the 6-yard line. Two substitutes combining for the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for the chairman select. They've been battling so well. Good defending. It was Gray, wasn't it? Michael Gray just squeezed by Sullivan there. And he's actually mishit it, to be honest, the substitute Jansen. But they all count, as they say. And really, Michael Gray did the damage, to be honest, on the side. Sullivan maybe just getting a little more tired now. He's had a couple of surging runs forward, and it's not easy to get back in position. Chambers is on as a sub as well, I noticed there, Peter, I think, on that far side.
Yeah, Eddie Chambers has joined the game for the football club. Perhaps the benefits of fresh legs can also benefit the football club, having seen two substitutes combined for the City All-Star goal. Simon Galvin leaning about a little bit too much on that one, not troubling the goalkeeper.
Yeah, worth a try, though. Club have not really tested Tony Warner. And, like I say, just Galvin slightly leaning back. Also has had a great tournament.
So the long ball upfield. Not finding a teammate out into touch.
Yeah, they're probably just going to shut up shop for now, Peter. I must say they don't need to exert too much more. Club have got to really squeeze on them, and it just once again comes down to that quality in the passing. Going long again, this should be Fuad's. Got to get it down quickly, don't let it bounce.
Fuad brings the ball under control. Jansen in front of him, finds Anthony Sassy, turned away from Thompson. He's got a man in support, that's Galvin. Can he put the ball across? Well, that was good defending in the end from Mickey Gray.
It was another good chance, Peter. Anthony Sassy did very, very well there. Committed a man as well. Galvin just couldn't find a ball inside to a teammate, and
Football Club have put their last substitute on. Terry Harris has joined the game. His son Calvin playing for Wellington Phoenix this weekend. And it is with Harris now. Marvin Andrews in front of him. Harris tries to go round him. It's a big shove, but manages to maintain possession. Galvin trying to do the right thing and keeping the ball in in a dangerous position rather than going for goal.
Yeah, you see that you know, the Citibank All-Stars, as I said right at the top of the game, they'll give you just a little sniff here and there. And Club have had one or two reasonable opportunities. I won't say chances, but opportunities that they just haven't quite exploited, and with that quality, but they've got in some great dangerous positions.
Very little time left now, just into the last few seconds. Thompson making sure those last few seconds don't involve much football. And indeed, that is the end of that game. And the City All-Stars running out 1-0 winners against the Hong Kong Football Club Chairman's Select. And certainly a deserved win, and setting up what should be a very entertaining final against USRC.
Yeah, it's the sort of dream final in the Masters tournament, isn't it, Peter? The best two sides, must say. At one stage, we did think maybe both these sides would have had the same fate as Ajax, because USRC did get beat, and I believe Citibank All-Stars got beat as well. You Select or somebody took them out, so that would have posed a problem for the sponsors and organisers, but as it is, quality prevails, and best two sides are going to be in the final, and it promises to be an absolute cracker, because Citibank All-Stars can certainly up the ante a little bit, but it's going to be hot. They've just played a hard 14 minutes there, and yeah, not easy for both sides.
So that's the final of the Masters competition decided in terms of who will take part. City All-Stars versus USRC BTS, as we now move into the final of the plate competition, which will be between the Yao Yi League Masters, who did indeed defeat City yesterday in the first game, and KCC veterans, who progressed at the expense of the Ajax All-Star team yesterday. So these two perhaps unfancied teams have acquitted themselves very well to reach the plate final. And as they walk out to the centre, this game will be refereed by former English Premier League referee Mike Riley. And the KCC veterans will be playing in the white and green strip, and the team they're forming, that's the Yao Yi League Masters in their very distinctive pink tops, made up of players from the top amateur league in Hong Kong, known as the Yao Yi League. 4 divisions, 48 teams in total, very mixed in terms of nationality, local Chinese teams, international teams. Yao Yi meaning friendly in Cantonese, and the league formed over 30 years ago to promote friendly competitive football at an amateur level, and it's been incredibly successful in doing so.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it, Peter? Both these sides, as you say, locally, to have them in this final. Quite a lot of interest and support for both of these teams. And I'd say we played against Yao Yi Select and didn't do so well. But I've not seen much of KCC this weekend. But the game I did see, I think this is going to be very evenly matched. There's probably not too much in it.
Well, the KCC team have got a lot of experience, played in this tournament for many years in the past. John Barnes, I think, came out and played with them one year as a special guest ex-professional.
Not a bad extra guest, Peter, to have on your team.
Not a bad addition at all.
Yeah, I just think that both these teams actually know each other so well, as also including each individual. They know their strengths, weaknesses, they know what they can do. So
James Grady making some great progress, and the ball coming back off the bar. Kurt Litani. No, in fact, it was Francisco Ferreira who hitting the bar there.
Well, James Grady just opened things up, didn't he? A little step over, nice left foot, and yeah, it was very good effort indeed.
Well, the goalkeeper was certainly beaten. Alan McManus Scotland. Paul McGinnigal, the oldest player in the KCC team.
Thought he was going to say oldest player in the tournament then. Probably is as well.
I think you'll find that's Mark Devonshire.
Oh yes, forgot to add that. How could I
He was in
forget?
goal for your team, I remember. Ball given away too easily. McGonigal should be able to tidy up at the back.
I will just say I think McGonigal looks older than Mark Devonshire. Good foot in there, wasn't it? That's the captain. And Kurt Latani.
The pace of the game now fairly slow. We're only a few minutes in, but this team's trying to just figure each other out.
Yeah, it was always going to be cagey because, as we said, they do know each other very, very well. And, you know, you get the sense in this one, it is a final. One goal may just about do it, so it's absolutely critical.
Taskar Ali just on the ball there. He's playing for KCC. Over here on the ball short for the Masters. Yao Yi Masters having a dig from distance, but not troubling the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's done quite well, hasn't he, the Yao Yi League big number 10. Michael Daniel. He holds the ball up very well, and he allows the players to come on to him.
It's Ferreira. Back to McGonigal. Taskar Ali, who is in fact a Hong Kong hockey international.
Oh, really?
Four brothers in his family, and all play hockey to a very, very high level.
Wow, very impressive indeed.
Flicked over the middle, but easily cleared by Yao Yi. It's a good foot in there. Able to bring the ball away.
Yeah, there's plenty of white and green shirts, mind you.
Yeah. Plenty of coverage. Michael Daniel going all the way to the touchline. Does have some support.
It's good play by the Yao Yi select, though, because they sort of recycled this around. Michael Daniel did very well to keep the ball in the corner because he was shepherded out there and going nowhere. They'll just settle again.
Tilly getting the ball back.
There's an overlap if he can find him.
Tani trying to get into the far corner, but unsuccessfully. Ball going out for a goal kick. Coming up to 5 minutes gone in the first half in this plate final of the Masters competition. KCC Masters against the Yao Yi Masters. Still 0-0. Best chance of the game so far going to KCC. Francisco Ferreira hitting the bar after just less than a minute. Bit of a wake-up call for the Yao Yi team.
Yeah, it sort of almost needs a goal, doesn't it? Because nobody really, they're more afraid than anything else of conceding, because they know what one goal means in sevens football in this heat.
Having to chase the ball around is always strength sapping. Made even harder in these conditions. Ali trying to find some space, but Latani pushes the ball out.
Yeah, sorry, Peter. One would feel that the James Grady, number 10, just about to bring the ball now. He needs to get on the football more, because it looks like he was able to open something up. It's crowding him out. And then, you know, if it's sevens, if you can just squeeze by one player, pretty much not anywhere on the field, but certainly in your opposition's half, then things happen, because you're committing a man, and you just need somebody to go around, just one person, and it may not, the man over may not initially become apparent, but it will be after a few more seconds. And I feel that Grady, the man here, that's a foul, surely.
Referee Riley didn't think so.
Of course, he's a Premier League referee, Peter, so that doesn't go down very well in the Premier League.
Premier League well known for its added physicality over some of the other European leagues. KCC are breaking.
It's got to go long now, and it found him. It's good.
Brady's pushed it right over.
First touch was poor, though, Peter.
McManus needs to find someone now. Brady's come at the back post. That's the side netting, but another good opportunity created by McManus out wide, and Grady getting involved.
Yeah, exactly. He's the one for me, Peter, that can unlock something, and he's actually hit a great ball on the far side, but the first touch not so good. Looked like a defender's first touch, and he probably is a defender.
Grady has played professional football in Scotland, so he does have some pedigree.
That makes sense and quite evident, Peter. Yeah.
Michael Daniel has been perhaps the most adventurous of the Yao Yi so far, even though he is playing at the back. Foray forward earlier in the game put some pressure onto KCC.
Yeah, he's got legs, Michael Daniel, hasn't he? He always came through the middle there and was able to, even playing against him many, many years ago, he could always put a foot in.
So Yao Yi with Latani and Michael Gray. Daniel, I should say. Short.
Yeah, the Big Ten's not really offering much thus far. Not really using him to much effect either. You know, you really have to work so hard to get yourself a bit of space in this one.
And it is short in a bit of space. Will he be able to finish? Great save from the goalkeeper. And Daniel Schick was equal to that. Certainly the best opportunity so far for Yao Yi. And it fell to Short, who hadn't really been involved in the game at all until that moment.
Daniel Schick, the KCC goalkeeper, did very, very well, because that should have been the opening goal. And really against the run of play, I must say, because KCC have had the better of the chances. And, or play, should I say.
KCC are under a little bit of pressure now. Score still 0-0 as we move into the last minute of this match. First half. Still 0-0 between KCC and Yao Yi. Looks like Short's just running the clock down. But an early ball in, and he's gone for the return. If he can be found. Well, McManus taking no chances, just chesting the ball away for a corner. Sensible defending.
It was, wasn't it? Because he wasn't sure who was behind him. Not sure he got a call from the goalkeeper. So better to be safe than sorry, as they say. But KCC have turned the screw a little bit now. 10 minutes in this final, Peter, being a final.
And Mike Riley blows his whistle for the end of the first half. Chances for both teams, but the scores remain level. KCC 0, Yao Yi League Masters 0. This final of the plate competition. So evenly balanced, Mark.
Yeah, very much so, Peter. And like we said, it's been cagey. It has. When there has been one or two little openings, we'll see Yao Yi just trying to turn the screw a little. They've absorbed quite a bit of pressure, and they've got the ability to squeeze.
And we'll take a very short break and be back in a few minutes. So KCC 0, Yao Yi League Masters 0. This is the half-time break of the first final of the afternoon in the Masters Plate competition. Mark Granger with me here this afternoon commentating on this game, which is very evenly poised. Chances for both teams, Mark, but perhaps KCC just having the best of it.
Yeah, I would say so, and they may live to rue those chances. Obviously hitting the crossbar very early on, and a couple of sort of overlaps that they've had, but just not made the best of them. And this is sevens for you. Yaoi could have just nicked it right at the end, been a goal up after KCC have actually had the better of the half. It's so strategic, isn't it? And people don't realise, even admittedly, this is a little slower pace than the previous two cup competitions that we saw. But it's by no means easy out there. Of course, very easy to say if you're in the stand or the commentary box, but it's hot, and you get tired, the mind goes, followed by the legs, followed by everything else. So a lot of concentration required, a huge effort in the second half.
So the second half very soon to get underway. 2.5 minutes break for the half-time team talks. Opportunity perhaps for substitutions. Both teams have 4 options on the bench that they can bring on. Daniel Schick in goal, making an important save towards the end. And certainly is a big presence between the sticks.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he, Peter? We've seen him over many a year, haven't we, here in Hong Kong? And he's a good goalkeeper, very good. His positional play, he's a big man, but his positional play is excellent as well, and he's certainly very brave.
So the Yao Yi have got us back underway. Michael Daniel started things off, spreading the play. Banners goes across for KCC to close things down. Atani back to Michael Daniel. Latani again. Every player by the goalkeeper for Yao Yi in the KCC half. Michael Daniel wants the movement up front, finds it from Paul Short. Early touch from him. Walker Garcia Tapia. Some early involvement from him. Rudy Gray. Yeah, judged to have been a little over aggressive. Riley gives the free kick to KCC. Very slow pace this game compared to the semi-finals of the Masters competition.
Yeah, you can see the gulf in quality, Peter. Definitely, it's two very different sides here, and again, it needs somebody just to create something, just go by somebody in the opposition half. That's what it needs, just to open up something, because it's going to be very, very tight. Nobody wanting to commit too many players forward, and there will be dogged defending.
Michael Daniel on the other side of the pitch. Yet another foul.
So KCC can break quickly now, and they do. Gray's on the ball, he's got to travel.
Actually putting Ashgar Ali up. Flicks off his arm. Referee saw that. Ali's definitely got some pace. He'll find the ball to his feet rather than coming through at chest height.
Yeah, he has. He can be dangerous as well. I just felt Gray, perhaps, James Grady could have taken it on a little bit there, Peter, into that space, because it did open up for him. I appreciate he's tired, and maybe the legs are somewhat heavy now, but they're the little things. Just move into that space and then you've got an overload and you can lay it off.
They need a team able to find the breakthrough. 3 minutes gone in the second half. Daniel. With the ball out wide. Very little movement in the middle of the park for Yao Yi to find some space. Tilly. Across to Daniel. Well, Yao Yi are going to have to find something new and find something different to break down the KCC defence. They're very well set.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, I don't know if we've had any substitutions yet, Peter, but maybe now's the time, because some fresh legs could win this football match. For either side, one would think.
Well, something needs to change if there is going to be a goal. Very little for the goalkeepers to do so far. Tilly. Daniel. Full short.
Yeah, you see short, the big strikers drop so deep there because he's just not getting any ball up front.
Gorka trying to find a way through. Ali goes to ground. And the referee gives the free kick. Gorka not convinced about that, but
neither was I, actually. Looked like a corner to me, but what do I know?
There you go. So there has indeed been a change of pace by KCC, trying to liven things up a bit.
Yeah, it was Ryan Gonzalez going through there, who's a defender, the captain.
Haven't seen too much of him this game.
No, he's a very, very good player, solid defender, and it needs that type of commitment. It does. The problem is, of course, now he's going to have to track back, and if they did lose it in those interactions, then that's where the danger could potentially come. But it's a gambling. Sevens is all about taking a gamble, a little bit of a risk here and there. Not a bad strike, actually, was it? It's a difficult skill when the ball's at that height.
Ali deciding that it was indeed worth a go, and that would have been that little bit of magic if he could have kept it on target. But score remains 0-0, just coming into the last 4 minutes. Dominant target has come on for Yao Yi. Playing quite deep.
Well, it's certainly positive, one would think. And that, he obviously coming into a game, but if you do have some fresh legs, sometimes that can just give you the impetus, give the whole team a little bit of a lift.
Target on the ball now. Daniel to target. Yao Yi have played a lot of the game just in the KCC half, not really finding any decent penetration. Gorka trying to get some pace to go past the defender Ali, but not succeeding. But they do have a throw-in down on the right-hand side.
3 minutes to go. Again, as we mentioned at the outset, one goal is probably going to do this one.
Yao Yi not willing to give up possession. KCC set up so all of their players are behind the ball. No outlet from them, but that is a great ball over the top. The defence are back. Daniel had a snapshot, but it's pushed away.
Given away this time by James Grady. Was careless there. Trying to win it back.
Referee not impressed with that from Daniel. KCC find Ali. But that time There was an infringement. Latani just clipped Ali as he went past.
Yeah, actually good footing from Latani, wasn't it? I must say, it needed it. I don't think Ali would have broken from there. He's being subbed off now, but a good free kick to concede right on the halfway line. Stop the momentum. Again, you see, he's got tired, James Grady, unfortunately. Good first touch, and but then a poor offload. I know how he feels.
So Daniel has some support, but cannot find Paul Short. KCC have the opportunity to come away. Ian Nelson, who's second half substitute, just recently come on. So there are some fresh legs. As we move towards the last minute, still the stalemate to be broken. Gonzalez just couldn't find the decisive ball. James Grady's looking like he's perhaps run his game. His target. Batani. Nobody taking a risk, unfortunately, up front. Gorka just coming inside, but no real movement from teammates.
No, there isn't.
Very, very pedestrian.
Yeah.
Well, Nelson tidies up at the back. Chick puts his foot through it.
Good header, actually, as it happened. So they could have brought it down, perhaps, Kurt Latani, the captain, but finds a teammate, and it is a goal kick, and that's probably going to be it, Peter. There it is.
Yes, indeed, that is it. That is the end of normal time. So in the case of the plate final for the Masters, we go straight to sudden death penalties. So one miss and you lose.
Yeah, there's not the three-peater anymore then. It's not three and then sudden death. Straight to sudden death. Time issues, is it?
Yes, I think the Hong Kong Football Club want to keep the matches on schedule this afternoon. And as normal play can't separate these two teams, there will be sudden death penalties. This is when the goalkeepers become heroes.
Yeah, and out of the two, not knowing a lot about the Yaoi Masters goalkeeper, Eduardo Labella, I'd have to go for Daniel Schick, because KCC veterans, he's a proper goalkeeper, as they say, and he's big, he's quick on his feet. And the thing with sudden death penalties, any penalty really, is you tend to you tend to, as you're striking the ball, you just get a little bit, things get a bit tight, and it just gets, instead of going right in the corner, it comes in a few inches, it pulls, gives the goalkeeper just a little bit of chance, because you want to make very sure it goes in. You've just played 14 minutes. It's hot. It's a final. Anything can happen.
Well, Eduardo Serrano Labello has had very little to do in this final. He was not really called upon to make a save, whereas Daniel Schick did have a little bit to do. But it will now be decided on those dreaded penalty kicks. This will be taken in front of the sportsman's bar end. Traditionally, when football club have penalty shootouts, that's where they're taking. Take them down there to keep the crowd in the bar entertained.
Yeah, absolutely. Sportsman's bar end. And well, it's exciting for the fans who are starting to drift in now, and it's going to be our man arguably my man of the match for the moment, who got a little leggy, James Grady.
So James Grady with the first kick, right-footed, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. That was a perfect penalty. Not a chance for Eduardo Serrano.
No, just side for it in, just good quality, wasn't it?
So James Grady will sleep well tonight.
Nice, tidy little player, sent him the wrong way.
So Michael Daniel for Yaoi League Masters. He was heavily involved in the game. Also right-footed, same result.
Yeah, another good penalty. Yeah, it doesn't need to get too far away from the goalkeeper at the end of the day, but you've got to keep your nerve. Again, looks easy. But remember, these players have just played, both of those two players, just played the full 14 minutes. Too much power behind that one, giving Daniel Sheck absolutely no chance.
So that's 1-1. And Francisco Ferreira.
The boy who hit the crossbar, wasn't it?
That's correct. Another right footer. Sends the goalkeeper the other way this time. Another excellent penalty.
Yeah, this one right in the corner, the opposite corner. And there was no stopping that. He's pretty straight on his run-up, actually. He's the big man now up front, so KCC 2.
Paul Short.
Well, he has to score, doesn't he? It's sudden death, Peter. Yeah,
correct. Yeah, he must score this to keep him in the game. Very solid penalty. Keeper went the right way, but just too much on that. He's happy with himself.
Yeah, it was powerful, high. Good pen. Not much of a run up here, not much backlift. Smashed it in the top corner.
He's very pleased with himself. Alan McManus, defender. This won't lose them the tournament. It certainly keeps them in it. Excellent penalty from him, nice smile. He's happy with that.
Yeah, it looked like he sort of went down the middle on that one. We'll get a replay now, but comfortable. Pretty much. Goalkeeper dived out of the way.
So Rudy Dre. For Yaoi needs to score to maintain the momentum of the penalty shootout. Nicely done. Keeper committed himself.
Came straight down the middle, wasn't it? I don't know, I've never been the best penalty taker, but they're always risky, those ones down the middle. She's very, very sure. A little to one side, I must say, but.
The crowd getting excited now because the goalkeeper, Daniel Schick, takes his opportunity.
Oh, he's missed it.
Went for power and found the boards and not the net.
The Yaoi Select are running down as though they've won it. Somebody needs to tell, who was it? Yeah, he just went for pure power, didn't he, there? And it was a goalkeeper's penalty, Peter.
It was. So Dominic Target, he was a second half substitute. Oh, finds the net. Target is on target. Schick can't keep it out, got a hand to it. But we have our first champions this afternoon. It is the Yaoi League Masters, defeating the KCC veterans on penalties, 4-3 in the sudden death. And they will collect some silverware this afternoon.
Yeah, they can run and congratulate each other now. Very interesting final, should we say. It was fairly slow pace in this heat, but nevertheless no real clear-cut chances, and you know, pretty even. Thought KCC perhaps edged it over the piece, but Yaoi prevailing there in the sudden death penalty shootout. Well, congratulations to the Yaoi Select. A very, very good weekend, both of these two teams. And the presentation straight away, Peter, I understand, isn't it?
Yes, the team's walking down to the corner of the pitch to receive their trophy from the Citi sponsors. Seeing the miss there from the goalkeeper. really went for power. Unfortunately, that can quite often be your undoing.
Yeah, it's still accuracy prevails, and yeah, he didn't get a clean strike on the ball either. He sort of scuffed it a little bit and bobbled away to one side. Just wonder who lets these goalkeepers take penalties, Peter, in situation. Although he's a big guy, maybe nobody's arguing with him.
Well, quite often it's around who's willing to put their hand up and take a free kick, isn't it? I mean, take a penalty kick, because there's a lot of pressure, especially when it's sudden death. You're not number 2 in 5, and if you miss one, there's still plenty of people behind you.
And you tend to find, don't you, that those guys that sort of do fancy one, they've got the confidence. The penalty shootouts are obviously a lot about confidence. So maybe, yeah, he stuck his hand up and had a go. But one would think there's enough players, outfield players in your side. You don't need a goalkeeper to take one. Anyway, Yao Yili select deserved winners here.
Well, there is always the consolation that the world-class players, Roberto Baggio being one, have missed far more important penalty kicks. And for an amateur player to take part in a final at an event like this is a pretty big reward in itself.
Absolutely fantastic. There's the Hong Kong Football Club soccer section chairman, Kieran Flynn, handing out the medals, doing his duties. And yeah, great weekend for both of these local sides. The Kowloon Cricket Club Masters, veterans, old boys, whatever you want to say, and Yaoi Select Masters. All smiles there. Good effort, good sportsmanship.
So a very good crowd here today. See a lot of shirts there, national teams. There's a few Japanese supporters back there. Kashima Antlers here this weekend. As we see the Yao Yi League Masters collect their winners' medals from Kieran Flynn.
Doing a Rafa Nadal with the medals there. And yeah, it's great to see. A lot of hard work, because people don't realize these boys will have been training for the past 6 weeks or so in hot conditions here in Hong Kong, giving that type of commitment. It's a full squad, whittled down to the 11 players. I'm sure the other boys in the back probably were involved in maybe trying to get a spot and didn't get a spot, so coaching duties. And there's the captain.
Just a little bit early with the trophy, but here we go. There is the presentation. So many congratulations to the Yao Yi League Masters. Big cheer for themselves. I'm sure they'll have a big celebration this evening, and we'll remember this day for many years to come.
Great stuff. Yeah. So as we just see these boys take the accolades, we can hear on the tannoy the next game up now with our local Hong Kong Football Club again, back to the main business.
So this is the Hong Kong Football Club first team versus Stoke City, and this is the first semi-final of the plate competition. Hong Kong Football Club represented by their first team players, Richard Hewitt, who's the first team coach, will play Stoke City of the Premier League. Lynn Hodges, a storied player himself, Welsh international, looking after the youngsters of Stoke City. Struggled a little bit yesterday, couldn't get themselves into the main cup competition, but progressing here nicely in the plate competition. Stoke City in the red and white stripes off to an early start. Shenton straight down the middle, and Tuma able to clean that up quite easily. So Stoke City are indeed in their traditional red and white stripes, and you've got the Hong Kong Football Club playing in their dark blue. Freddie Toomer in goal. Finds Schipper. Schipper tidies up. Freddie Toomer very much plays as a 7th outfield player. Always a long way up the park, but it's pretty quick across the turf. Schipper again. Toomer. On for the long ball upfield. Found Bacon. Schipper. Rob Scott scored a couple of goals yesterday. It's all Football Club so far, but not too much penetration. Toomer again, and Schipper favouring the right-hand side of Football Club. Andreas Torsten with a long ball back to his goalkeeper. Torsten again. So Stoke City with their second chance to Dom Telford's shot over the top. As I welcome back Neil Jensen to the commentary position. My thanks to Mark Granger for sitting with me for the Masters, and Neil Jensen back for the main competition.
Thanks, Peter. Stoke City will want to do something here. They were very disappointed losing out in the cup competition. The Football Club had a really good tournament last year, and they fancy their chances here. I would expect a very positive game.
Struggling a little bit to get out of their half. So an early ball from McGurgan, not paying off. Scott. His first touch letting him down. Johnville Pringle just doing enough to win the free kick. Stoke with a chance to try and build their first attack from deep in their own half. Harry Eisted, goalkeeper. Favoured as much for his football abilities, according to the Stoke staff, and that first long kick upfield, finding the number 9, Dom Telford, to devastating effect. So a great example of how sometimes the long ball can make a massive difference in sevens.
Freddie Toomer got a hand to it, but there was so much power on that. Talk about route one. First touch, very little back lift. Wow.
Well, that's pure power. Dom Telford's putting Stoke City one up against the Hong Kong Football Club. Toomer did indeed get some hands to it, but it was such power he couldn't keep it out. Harry Eisted just demonstrating the accuracy of his kicking.
That's his third goal of the tournament.
So Toomer once more. Football Club playing essentially 3 at the back with Toomer out. Joel Taylor too strong there, and it is Telford's again, finding space in the box and winning the corner. Pringle was up in support. Telford is proving to be somewhat of a handful.
They're applying a lot of pressure, aren't they, Stoke? Not sitting back on this 1-0. Football Club need to try and get into this game. 5 minutes gone.
So taking their time. Lewis Banks making the run, but ball coming all the way back. Isted. Taking the pace off the ball, but it's got someone making themselves available, but back to Isted. Goes the long ball once again. Tidied up at the back. McGurgan finds his goalkeeper. To Middelschipper. Bacon, McGurgan. Just about gets away with that. Scott keeps the ball in. Under a little bit of pressure. Does very well. Referee awards the free kick, but you have to say Rob Scott did brilliantly well there.
Really good run, very, very strong. And I just wish the referee had waited a couple more seconds and played the advantage.
Torsten comes back inside, shapes to shoot. Defender gets a boot to it. Something of a melee in the Stoke area, results in a Stoke free kick. Game gone a little bit quiet. Zasted will restart the game. But 7 minutes are up. The referee blows his whistle. Be a very short interval of a minute. Two teams quite evenly matched, except for one piece of brilliance from Dom Telford to separate the two with a goal of real quality.
Football Club have just shown in the last couple of minutes that they can attack, they can have a go. Stoke look a little bit fragile at the back. Richard Hewitt, the Football Club coach, will be telling them, right, come on, 1-0 down now, you're going to have to press a little bit. At some point he'll bring the subs on. There's Glyn Hodges for Stoke. He'll just be saying, look, you haven't won this game yet, guys. It's only 1-0. It was a good goal, but it's very hot. Glyn will be desperate for them to get to the final. Really will.
By their own standards, Stoke City have underperformed in their sevens tournaments that they've played here. Not reaching the cup competition again this year, I think has been a big disappointment for them. They were quite hopeful of progressing further this year, and certainly the passion that Glyn Hodges was showing yesterday in his half-time team talks would suggest that it really meant a lot to them to try and get in the cup competition. So they have a real opportunity as from silverware in the plate. 1-0 up at the moment at the end of the first half as we get things underway for the second half. So just a Dom Telford's goal separating these two teams. McGurgan. Tommy Smith has come on for Hong Kong Football Club. His first touch back to the goalkeeper. Team are up on the halfway line. Doing very well while you're in possession. Smith. And that's Torsten. Bundled over but doesn't win the free kick, so Stoke throw in. Taken quickly. Shenton. First touch just letting him down there. Ollie Shenton has had some exposure to the Stoke first team. McGurgan. Into the Stoke half. Got some movement ahead of him. Oh, great intervention from Harry Isted there. The first touch just letting down. I think that was Jordan Brown over there.
What a fabulous ball that was from Steve McGurgan. Oh, first touch. If only could have maybe just took that first time. Not an easy ball when it's running on like that.
Yeah, that was Jordan Brown. Well, a little bit of trouble there for the goalkeeper. Was brave in getting down low at the feet of the striker. He may have just gone over on his ankle. Physio's over. Goalkeeper will not have to leave the field of play, of course, unlike an outfield player. The referee is signalling for a drop ball. And sportingly just played back to the goalkeeper by Football Club. Joel Taylor, haven't seen too much of him in this semi-final, but another one of the high flyers in the Stoke youth system. Also had exposure to the first team. Oh, mistake there. Could let Telford's in once more. Played the ball back. Tommy Smith tidies up. And a break on for Football Club. Coming away at pace. Taylor's clovering. Scott turns inside onto his favoured left foot. Got space to shoot. Just can't keep it down. Great opportunity there. Made some space for himself, Rod Scott.
That was end-to-end stuff, wasn't it? Started with Tuma's save. Cuts inside. Hit it. Bang. Oh dear. Keep your head down. Anyway, didn't probably need the power pick.
Best chance of the day so far for Hong Kong Football Club. Shenton once again can't keep the ball in. McGurgan. Tuma to bring the ball out. McGurgan. And Tuma is into Stoke territory. Rob Scott created some interest in the West Ham camp when they first saw him play a few years ago. Very complimentary about Rob Scott. Strong defending. Lewis Banks puts the ball way downfield. Tuma, fortunately for him, not threatening his goal from that distance. Tuma once more. Trying to find some help. Little flick from Bacon. Tommy Smith with a snapshot, but can't find the target. But more incision from Hong Kong Football Club.
Yeah, Football Club playing almost with a sweeper keeper, Freddie Tuma.
Attempt to clear the keeper there. Unsuccessful from Shenton. Tuma to Smith. McGurgan. Smith again. Been involved in lots of the Football Club play in the second half of Smith. Can't keep pace there. First ball across to Taylor to chase. Comes to nothing, and Shipper brings the ball away. Some space for him to run into. That's Jordan Brown. Scott lets the ball run across him. This could be danger now. 3 up for Stoke. Going backwards, Joel Taylor gives the ball away. Scott. Oh, that was just a little late from Robbie Bacon. Referee shows his yellow card.
Robbie Bacon worked very hard there. Jordan Brown just before did a long shift as well. This is the danger now when you're chasing the game. We're in the last minute.
The tackle going in there right in front of the referee.
Don't think he can complain about that yellow, can he?
I think not, no. Lewis Banks was on the receiving end of that. Mark Waddington has come on for Stoke City. time is running down. Stoke in no hurry at all to take the throw in, but they've got the game restarted. All the way back to the goalkeeper. He's happy to go long. Well, that's good defending. Jordan Brown saw the danger. Scott's in. He can find the space to shoot. Another chance for Rob Scott. Always wants to get onto his left foot. Couldn't find the power on that occasion. Stoke now breaking. And a disappointing finish just brings the game to an end. So Stoke City run out 1-0 winners against the Hong Kong Football Club. On balance, a deserved win. One moment of brilliance finding the net from Dom Telford, separating the two teams. So that will be goodbye to the Hong Kong Football Club. And Stoke City will progress to the final of the main plate competition.
Glyn Hodges would have been very upset if that goal had gone in from Robbie Scott. He'll be saying to his players, why on earth, there was 10 seconds left in that game, why on earth did you just not put that game to bed? Keep the ball. Why are you going for goal at that point? And they'll have to learn that if they want to win that final. But well done to Stoke, well done also to Hong Kong Football Club. What a good tournament.
So the second semi-final of the plate competition, main tournament, between the Hong Kong FA under-21 squad and Kitchee of the Hong Kong Premier League. Kitchee have brought a young squad this weekend. Their first team involved in Asian Cup competition. And they've acquitted themselves well, winning through this morning against the Hong Kong Football Club chairman's captain select, I should say, beating them 2-0, and the Hong Kong FA under-21s also progressing. So the under-21s wearing the white kit, and Kitchee in their aquamarine.
It's a good description. I like that. Blue.
Thank you. So the first real danger coming from the under-21s. The under-21 squad are soon to play in the Asian qualifiers, the AFC Championship. Tommy Chook back to Wong. Chook again. Got a chance to break for Kitchee. That's quick feet. And the ball across is cut out. Sebastian Buddle found some space, but a little bit too aggressive on that occasion.
Very strong for a young lad. Saw this lad play as a child, very, very good. But great strength for his age, very, very impressed.
Wai Lok Ying finding Tommy Chook. As the under-21s put some pressure onto Kitchee. Wong to Chook, pushed into the corner, trying to just put the ball behind the defence, but a little bit too much pace on that. So Kitchee will get a goal kick. Kitchee, one of the most successful Premier League teams in Hong Kong of recent years, and also a former winner of this competition. They had their first team playing here, and they were extremely strong, used to the conditions. and were certainly worthy winners 3 years ago, I believe it was. Matthew Orr. Talented rugby player as well as a footballer, Matthew Orr. Given away. You bringing the ball forward. Gives the ball away, Buddle. Tried to play the early ball off the back of his own player. He should keep that in, no he can't. All running out, so Kitchee will retain possession. Very little for the goalkeepers to do so far.
It's been a little bit sloppy over the last couple of minutes. Some wayward passes, a little bit extravagant. They both just need to settle in.
And there's a break on now. Barristain is through. Can't find his teammate. Defence got back quickly to get rid of the danger. You again. It's Captain Lau. Seem to favour this left-hand side, the under-21s. Switching it this time. Lau again. Normally a centre half, pushing up somewhat now. Well, the under-21s are certainly looking to be on the offensive. The ball not going out that time. Long turns away. Hughes got some space to run into. The final ball, though, just eluding the under-21s. An opportunity, though, for a shot. Scuffed somewhat. You with that shot couldn't find the target. Both teams still to muster their first shot to trouble the goalkeepers. Jones trying to create something in the box, but can't beat the defender. Lai across to Lau. Mel Hock Ming. A little bit more space on the right-hand side for our first shot from Yu Ho Ming to trouble the goalkeeper. But Chan Kar Ho was equal to it. Still with you and the under-21s. These players will be familiar with each other in the Hong Kong world of youth football. Referee wasn't happy with that at all. An apology hand in the air from Wong Jae Ho. Fairly aggressive.
You're going to get a yellow card. Well, might as well do it properly. Wow. That was a very, very strong tackle.
Many of these under-21s come from Dream Metro Galleries FC. So there's plenty of knowledge between the players themselves playing their club football together. Lylock found you. Ball too deep. Lai unable to keep that in. Kitchee need to get themselves a little bit more involved. Certainly from a possessional sense, they're playing second fiddle. Put up there, referee not happy with that. As we reach the end of the first half, Kitchee 0, Hong Kong FA under-21s 0. And this is the second semi-final of the plate competition. The winner of this will go through to play Stoke City in the final a little later on this afternoon, but very little to choose between the two teams, Neil Jensen.
There's been times when Kitchee have broken down this right wing and almost just lacking a little bit of responsibility. There's been a couple of times when he got round his man, had a shot, wanted to pass the ball, wasn't really looking to take it on. We've had one shot on target in 7 minutes. Onwards and upwards.
Well, the opportunity now for the coaches to make some tactical changes, bring some fresh legs on if they want to. 3 substitutes available for these teams in the main competition. See the ice bags coming out, trying to get as much refreshment as they can. Matt Orr and Cristiano Cadero, who we saw earlier this afternoon, playing for the USRC team, who've reached the Masters final. He's in charge of this youth team for Kitchee. A mixture of local Hong Kong Chinese, a number of international youths as well. Cadero, a very, very experienced player himself. Many years of playing at the highest level of Hong Kong football. As the referee looks to get us underway. Mark Swainston gets proceedings going. As Kitchee look to try and find an opening. Need to be a little bit more positive this second half. Swainston again. Still unable to make any real progress. Lee. Second half substitute. All the way back to the goalkeeper. And he's also second half substitute coming at the centre of the defence for Kitchee. Goalkeeper having to go long, gives the ball away. The 21s now, an opportunity. Still plenty of players back for Kitchee. And the shot was pretty soft in the end from Wong. Easily snuffed out. Forward come Kitchee. Lee to Orr. He wants to have a run at the defender. Yu's bundled over. So Yu homing over the ball. Still needs something a bit special, Neil.
Yeah, it didn't look like Matt Orr's type of move, that, to go past the man, take him on. You've got to try and build it up and pass the ball. You can't just expect to run past players in this game. It's too difficult. You've got to knock the ball around.
What space for Lai. Lai Lok Yin. Trying to put it onto his left foot. Solid defending. And there could be some space down the middle. Yeah, here we go. Here's the opportunity. Can Chun Chin Lung finish? No, he can't. There was a sliding defending coming in there. Sliding defender coming in there. He was the captain. Lau Hock Ming.
He should not have let him get that tackle in. Now, that's it. Too long.
The opportunity to go across the defender there was spurned. An early ball in. Punch from the keeper, not too effective. But the attack comes to nothing. I think a handball in there, spotted by the referee and also by his assistant. The flag went up. As we move towards 10 minutes gone in this game. Towards halfway through the second half. Lau. To Yu. Wong out on the left-hand side. Early ball from him. A little bit more space in their second half developing. Lau. Comes out wide to Yu. Puts it onto his left foot to shoot. Keeper was equal to it. worried clearance from Kitchee, but they've got away with it. Some space to run down the left-hand side for Stamp. He's laid the ball back. Snatched at that. Yeah, Mattior couldn't really connect properly and trouble the goalkeeper.
Nice to see Robbie Stamp on. He's got a lot of pace. Created a lovely chance there, didn't he? Snatched at it. Oh dear. Need to hit the target.
Kitchee's best chance of the afternoon so far. Tommy Chook has to go into the corner, trying to go around his defender. Can't do so, but does win the corner. Been heavily involved in most of the good things that the under-21 team have done in this game. Playing in the middle of the park. Midfielder. On the ball once more. Needs to come all the way back to Lau. Referee gives the free kick. A little bit lucky to get away with that. Could have been a breakaway without the free kick being given. Yu Ho Ming standing over it. Lau also. Referee wants the ball back 10 yards. Yu with the kick. Oh, takes a deflection. In fact, it was the striker that got in the way there of the defender Wong Chun Hin, second half substitute. Just doing enough to break the deadlock, put the under-21s 1-0 up.
That's what you'd call a poacher's goal. Just got a toe to it. Oh, was it actually his heel? Those studs. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice.
So with just moments to go, Kitchee need to throw the kitchen sink at this. Try and get themselves back on level terms. They are struggling to create chances. That ball goes for a throw-in. A little bit of a misunderstanding. Lee Chung Lok on the left-hand side couldn't reach that. And the goalkeeper puts plenty of distance on that. And the Kitchee goalkeeper making hard work of that. To run back quickly to make sure he's not caught off his line. As the other 21s come forward. Was the referee interested in that? No, he wasn't. Well, Chung fell to the floor. Second half substitute right in front of the referee. He wasn't interested. No great protest from the rest of the team. But a penalty wouldn't have made too much difference because the referee blows his whistle, and that is the end of that game. And so Kitchee 0, Hong Kong FA under-21s is the final score. Kitchee will depart the tournament, and the Hong Kong FA under-21s will progress into the plate final to play Stoke City.
I think they just about deserved it, didn't they? A couple of young teams on there. Kitchee very young. Those lads will learn in time, probably average age 17, 18 years old. A few, as Peter says, local guys, local internationals, a couple of lads from Discovery Bay actually. And they'll hopefully be better for the experience. But they'll play Stoke City in the final, and I have to say that the under-21s will get a much stronger test than what they've had in that game. And we'll see. They'll have to be positive, take their chances. They did it there. One moment quality won that game. That's all it was.
So we now move to the semi-finals of the main competition Shield. So these are the teams that were unsuccessful in the quarter-final of the cup competition. And we have Leicester City of the English Premier League. Harvey Barnes, who starred in that quarter-final for Leicester City, getting on the score sheet, playing against Kashima Antlers from the J-League. Kashima Antlers are one of the most successful Japanese teams in their club football. Never been relegated from the first division of the J-League. Acquitted themselves very well this weekend. So Leicester City playing in white, their chain strip, with Kashima playing in red and blue, which is their first colours. So Leicester disappointed not to have gone further in the cup competition. However, there's still some silverware on offer for both of these teams, in the shape of the shield. Kashima off to a tentative start. Nimi with a punt upfield. But Leicester City with Barnes. First opportunity for them to attack. Early ball into the area. Mitchell, starting this game, was a substitute in the quarter-final, but given the opportunity to start. Admiral Misquay making way as a substitute.
Yeah, he deserves his chance. Musquare played well yesterday, but he didn't really feature much this morning, did he? In the quarter-final.
Yeah, he was very quiet when Mitchell came on. He certainly lifted the team. That ball's given away. Darnell Johnson also given us a chance to start in this game. He was a substitute earlier this morning. Rowe represents a lot of the attacking threat in terms of bringing the ball forward. Always willing to run at players, and known for his speed. An attacking midfielder, usually plays behind the front two for the under 18s and under 21s. Yamamoto. That's the captain there. Mizuki Yamamoto. Kanazawa. Shot from distance. And that had plenty on it. Kawashima warming the hands of Matt Branley. There's Rowe, reveling somewhat in the free role that he has in sevens football. First touch at Elliot Moore. To Johnson. Mitchell's touch, nice chestnut coming off. Kawashima tidying up. Maeda got himself on the score sheet earlier today. Maeda. Yamamoto pushing things through the middle. Out wide, Nimi. Nimi again. Early ball causing some problems. Nimi. That was quality. Perseverance from the Japanese side. And it was Kento Nimi taking the return ball and finding the corner of the net that puts Kashima Antlers 1-0 up against Leicester City.
It's a classic sevens goal. Lay it off, keep moving, nobody's gone with the runner, and he's put it beautifully into the bottom corner.
Kento Nimi gets himself on the score sheet. Leicester City with the game to chase now. Kashima Antlers, who've certainly shown themselves to be a very positive team, always looking for opportunities to score. And that was a quality goal to put them 1-0 up. So Leicester now will need to come out and chase this game. But we've seen a lot of teams go behind and come back to win in this tournament, something unusual for sevens.
Yeah, they look like the heat from the first game today has hit them a little bit, but that might just jolt them into action, Peter.
Darnell Johnson not able to get past the defender. Big physical difference between Darnell Johnson and the entire Japanese team, but been coming off second best there. Nimi, the goal scorer. Looking for the long ball. Well, it took Matty Miles just to get a flick on that. Otherwise, Arima was going to be the wrong side. Without the offside rule in sevens football, it's very different for defenders having to consider people who are behind them as being in play. And we've seen teams play with a man up front, almost spending their entire time in the 18-yard box. As Nimi will take the corner, will go long. Fairly easy for the keeper. Not entirely sure what the Kashima team were thinking on that corner. The short corner is the tactic, getting the ball back into play.
Yeah, very naive from both teams. A long corner, keeper catches it and throws it in touch.
Pressure on the Kashima defence. Ball's not entirely clear yet. Mitchell having to come away. Johnson all the way back to Elliot Moore. Mitchell once again wants to run the defence onto his left foot. Goalkeeper effective. Luckily broke for one of the Kashima defenders. Nimi. Kido, the goalkeeper, certainly doing enough to keep out the shot from Mitchell. Yamamoto. A little bit of first team experience from the Japanese team as part of the squad. No first team appearances though. A fairly young team, mostly 17 and 18. Yamamoto. A long ball over. Kanazawa. Nimi. Lots of movement ahead. Nice little turn again. Nimi stumbles on the ball. Danny Rowe can't get past the defender. Kashima come away with the ball. Back to Yamamoto. Just to use his goalkeeper. Happy to sit on their lead. 10 minutes each way in this semi-final. And a good early long ball. Johnson had to be quick there. Kawashima waiting for the ball to come down. And that time it took for him to wait, the chance went begging. But Darnell Johnson had to be quick.
There's a lot of long balls at the moment, isn't there?
Arima. Early ball in from him, but Harvey Barnes does the tidy up. Keeper under some pressure though. Bramley does the necessary and just about gets it away. Maeda. Yamamoto. Suzuki Yamamoto. Back to Kido in goal. As we enter the last minute of this first half. Kashima protecting a 1-0 lead. Still plenty of time for Leicester City to get themselves back into the game. First of all, have to weather this attack from Kashima. That was a left foot. Maeda deflecting off the defender for a corner.
I'm not sure it would have troubled the keeper. He hit it with a lot of power. But very positive from Kashima Antlers. They're smaller than Leicester in size, but they're very, very powerful and fit, fast, causing Leicester all sorts of problems. Going to be an interesting half-time team talk. This will be the last chance of the half, though.
The corner to Kashima, knocked in short to the near post, and that was a great chance. So Rowe, last opportunity for Leicester. He's got some support. Barnes. Oh, Kiddo was there. He was out off his line. And look at him, he's pleased with that. That was great work from the goalkeeper. So that maintained the 1-0 lead for Kashima Antlers against Leicester City at half-time. And you would have to say, Neil, that's a deserved half-time lead for the Japanese team.
It is a deserved half-time lead, definitely. I'd have been very upset if I was the Kashima Antlers manager there. The referee was rather indulgent, allowing that move to finish, but it was a great save. And that's about as close as Leicester have come to scoring in this game. The Leicester coach, Steve Beaglehold, might have to shuffle the pack a little bit here, because it's not happening for Leicester at the moment. They've still got Hamza Chowdhury, who played this morning, went in goals for the 4v4, and Admiral Musquet to come in. Musquet's really got to come on now and give Leicester a performance, because he showed yesterday that he does have the quality. He can score from anywhere, and if he does come on, then Kashima are going to have to be very, very careful indeed. The Kashima coach will just be saying, look, stay busy, stay positive, but just stay switched on, because these Leicester guys can be dangerous from even the tightest of angles.
Well, certainly in Harvey Barnes, Leicester City have a player that can change the game, and if Admiral Musquet is introduced, he's always a danger. And the referee are bringing the team out for the second half. Max Bramley not able to keep out the shot from Kento Nimi. Yamamoto, captain, rousing his team. Words of encouragement. So Hamza Chowdhury has joined us for the second half. Second half substitute. Distinctive mop of hair. Played in goal earlier today in the 4x4. And Musquet has indeed joined us on for Leicester City in the second half. So both substitutions have been made by Leicester City. Chowdhury has something of a playmaker role. Barnes. Rowe. Johnson. Barnes again. Forced to turn away. Johnson. Well-drilled defence from Kashima. Barnes goes across onto his left foot. Just can't keep it down. Slightly falling away when he hit it.
That's the danger, isn't it? We talked about that a few minutes ago. We just break. If that had hit the target, I don't think the keeper would have been anywhere near it.
So early in the second half, a long ball out. Maeda takes it well. Chowdhury's across. Made the initial challenge, but the ball's back to Maeda. Rowe defending. Kanazawa tidied up by Moore. Johnson can't keep that in. There will be a throw to Kashima. Second appearance in this competition for Kashima Antlers. They were here in 2004. Won of 2 Japanese teams to have appeared in the Hong Kong Football Club City Sevens, who are Red Diamonds being the other, winners on 2 occasions. Something of a lull has hit the game. Kiddo with a long punt upfield. Arima does well to win the throw. Taken by Nimi. Arima again. Same result. Johnston to give away the throw in the corner. Nimi's looking for some movement. Throw over the top. Tidied up by Leicester City. Chowdhury brings it away. Quick footwork from him. He's got Rowe. He's got players over. Barnes to his right. Barnes strikes. Just wide. Well, Harvey Barnes has been dangerous all day.
Chowdhury, the playmaker, as you say. Barnes, he's just out of range at the moment, isn't he?
Danny Rowe, a little exasperated there, made the run down the left-hand side, but Chowdhury chose to go the other way. Bramley, too much to do other than pick the ball out of the net on one occasion. Danny Rowe. Harvey Barnes made some movement. Happy to collect the throw in. Musgrave. Showing some skills, the England Youth International. Trying to protect the ball. Still find Barnes. Chowdhury. Tries to run at the defender, the shot's blocked. Keeps it in. All Leicester City at this moment. Searching for that equalising goal. Somewhat elusive at the moment. Being forced back to Moore. Musgrave's come very deep. Wants to run down the middle. Rolls 2 or 3 tackles. Gets the shot off. Kiddo equal to it, but that's better from Musgrave.
That's much more like it. Showed a lot of strength. He hit the target. It was a good save from the goalkeeper. You'd expect him to make the save. There we go again. Shakes off the challenge. He got a lot of power in the shot. Keeper couldn't hold it.
It's Johnson. Forced back to Chowdhury. Shape to shoot, but shows far too much of that to the defender. Moore. Barnes. Musgrave. Chowdhury again. Barnes making a run into the area. Coming out deep. Losing the ball, but Leicester City collect it back. Last 2 or 3 minutes been played entirely in the Kashima half. Rowe with the left foot finds the corner. It really did look like it was coming. Danny Rowe, who started his career as a striker, finds the corner in the net and puts Leicester City level.
Yeah, I was worried that Harvey Barnes was just maybe taking too much on himself, and the responsibility passed over to Danny Rowe. But Kashima, they've been sitting behind the ball, and they just got so deep. Almost 7 of their players in the box, and this is the problem. You let them get in range like that, there's not really anything the goalkeeper can do there.
The next barely finished goal from Danny Rowe puts us level. Just under 4 minutes to go in the second half. So the next goal Should one of these teams manage to score, it will probably be the decider. So all to play for. And Leicester City's perseverance just shown there by Danny Rowe. Almost losing his boot in the process. They're chasing down the goalkeeper, keeping their pressure on Kashima in their own half. Back to Kiddo. He'll need to be quick. And he was, Yamamoto. He's going long, trying to get behind the defence. Johnson not too happy about that. The referee convinced there was plenty of contact. Maeda.
That could have gone either way. Clipped him, then there was a handball, then it looked like he took a dive. Kashima have got to be more positive now. Very, very risky strategy to try and defend a 1-goal lead for 10 minutes. So they've got to come back out now. 1-0, you're never safe in sevens.
As we enter the last 2 minutes of this game. Nimi to take the free kick. Appears in no hurry to do so. Referee's waving him to hurry up. And he goes all the way back. First of all to his captain and then to his goalkeeper. It would appear they're playing for the 1-1 draw. So they seem comfortable with that. Kashima wanting to go to the extra time. Still maintaining good possession as we enter the last minute of the game. Kanazawa, sleeves rolled up.
That's strange. Such a negative start to that move from Kashima. Took a minute over the free kick almost, passed it back to the goalkeeper, almost ended up scoring. It's a very, very strange strategy here because there's still at least one chance left in the game, and Leicester may well punish them for it.
And that flashed across the face of goal. Leicester City creating possibly the last chance of the game. Harvey Barnes again involved in that.
Yeah, flashed across the goal. I think the goalkeeper had that one covered, but Musgrave's really got to be asking for that ball a little bit more.
As the referee blows the final whistle, that is the end of that game. So Kashima Antlers 1-1 against Leicester City takes us to the extra time 4v4. Which is one of those situations where the coach comes into his own, selecting the 4 players that will contest this. As we've seen earlier, very often it's an outfield player that takes on the goalkeeper's shirt. 4 outfield players. And the all-important drop ball at the beginning of the 4-a-side, giving the possession to one of the sides is a great advantage.
Peter, Leicester City got this all wrong earlier today. They put Chowdhury in goals, and he never came out of his box once. This is a guy that's played for Burton Albion. He got promoted to the Championship this year. He's been out on loan. He's a great player. Never came out of the box. No point. So I notice it's not Chowdhury now who's putting the gloves on.
We'll see what the tactics are for both sides. Kiddo looks like he still has his jersey on. But certainly there's been a change with the Leicester City goalkeeper. Chowdhury will be taking part, but as an outfield player. Of course, he's only played 1 half. That's Johnson who's taken the goalkeeper's shirt.
If they win the ball, you've got to pull it back, give it to the guy behind you, take the sting out of it and build it up. This morning Leicester won the kick-off and then went running for the corner and lost the ball. Here we go.
So in fact it's not Kiddo in goal. We have Arima who's taking on the Kashima goalkeeper role. 4 minutes, 4v4, golden goal. First team to score goes through to the final. And Leicester City once again win possession from the drop ball. And it's Matty Miles to Hamza Chowdhury. And Harvey Barnes. Back to the goalkeeper Johnson, so everyone's had a touch for Leicester City. Very happy to keep it knocking around. Otsuka is on for the Japanese team. So too is Maeda. He was very influential in the 20 minutes. Harvey. Daniel Johnson, in fact, is a godson of Emil Heskey. So some Leicester City royalty there. Chowdhury. Foot was up. Referee's not said anything. And collected by the goalkeeper. So Arima can bring it out from the back. In no hurry to do so. Plenty of pace in the Japanese team.
You can see Kashima now. He's walking the ball out. This is how you play 4 against 4. Look how high the Kashima centre forward is, just out of shot at the moment. But they've formed a diamond, and he's pushing them back, and he's making Leicester back off at the moment. There he is coming into picture now.
The ball's out. Otsuka back to Arima. Shooting opportunity. Ball's going all the way back out for Kashima. Arima. Arima again. He's got players running around in front of him. Leicester defence trying to stay central. Still the opportunities with the Antlers. Arima again. Maeda. Maeda once more. Arima. Otsuka screaming for it in the box, but ball's not coming to him. Trying to make as much space as he can. And the shot is scuffed. Arima, after all that, really nothing at the end of it.
They're disappointing. They had 2 or 3 chances there and they picked the worst one.
So Barnes injects some pace. Otsuka making sure he's going back. So we're into the last minute of extra time. Should there be no goal scored, we will see penalties.
Chowdhury's got to move a lot more, Peter. He's got to create some space here.
And with just a few seconds left, there needs to be at least a goal attempt from Leicester City. Without shooting at this goalkeeper, they're not going to create any opportunity to win the game. I'm sure if they realise how little time there is left, we're into the last 10 seconds. So it's a chance for Barnes to do something. Chowdhury has the opportunity, levels to shoot, hits the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper keeps it out and keeps the Kashima team level. So Arima did his job. So Kashima Antlers won, Leicester City won after full time and extra time. So we will now see a penalty shootout. Tactically, neither team really knew what they were doing in that four-a-side.
No, you'd have thought they'd have rehearsed that one a little bit better, and certainly for Leicester, having already experienced a 4 against 4, and you know, their earlier one against Phoenix went on for some time, and you thought they might have sat down after the game and chatted through it. But you know, Chowdhury again, he's come out of goal this time, and he's playing a short pass to the goalkeeper. He's standing, the ball comes back to him. You've got to pass, you've got to move. Not at any point really did Kashima's goal get threatened until the last minute of 4. If Leicester lose this game, I'll be very, very disappointed when they watch that back. But you know, Peter, for the last minute or so of the main game, Kashima were almost playing for the 4 against 4, and maybe even penalties, who knows. Maybe they felt that that was their best opportunity of winning the game. So I guess we'll see now, best of 5, and then if it goes beyond that, sudden death.
Max Bramley for Leicester City gets his shirt back on. He will be the goalkeeper for the penalty shootout. As the referee flips the coin, it would appear that Kashima have won the toss, and therefore will elect who to take the first penalty. So with only a few minutes, we will see yet another penalty shootout. Last time being the golden goal, which won the Masters Plate competition for the Yaoyi Masters. So Hamza Chowdhury will take the first penalty for Leicester City. Certainly a player not lacking in confidence against Yuki Kido. Well struck, well finished. Keeper went the right way, couldn't quite get enough on it.
Just got a finger on it, didn't he? Almost. I don't like short run-ups for penalties, you know. There's no power on it whatsoever. Well done.
So 1-0 to Leicester City. Big smile from Hamza Chowdhury. He's very happy with that. So Max Bramley will come up against Kento Nimi, scorer of the goal in the first half of the game. Nimi right-footed, wrong side of the post. Sent the keeper the wrong way, but just the wrong side of the post. Look at despair on Nimi's face after being so influential.
It's a long walk back when you miss a penalty, especially when you miss the target like that. It was a good foot wide. Sent him the wrong way as well.
Harvey Barnes steps up to take the second Leicester City penalty. Also right-footed, and absolutely nailed that one.
Same place as Chowdhury. Absolutely smashed it. No short run-ups there either.
There's no doubt that Harvey Barnes will be mighty relieved, and a little smile from him there just to show how pleased he is. So the next penalty for Kashima will be Mizaki Kawashima. Actually, it's Peruvian-Japanese. Up against Max Bramley. Right-footed. Goes to the goalkeeper's right this time. Bramley went the right way, but found the corner of the net.
Just crept in, didn't it? It's a lovely penalty. More positive on the run-up. He knew what he wanted to do. They always say, don't change your mind. Don't change your mind when you're running up. Don't stutter. Very, very positive. Well done.
Danny Rowe steps up for his. And the goalkeeper makes the right decision. All 3 penalties from Leicester City have gone to the keeper's left. And Danny Rowe didn't really get a hold of that one in the same way that that Harvey Barnes did.
Watch his run up. It's a stutter. He's not deciding, am I going to go left? Am I going to go right? Didn't really catch it. Keeper went the right way, but he just lacked a little power. Look, a little bit of a stutter. Oh dear, it's like a 5-a-side penalty. Got it with his leg in the end.
So next up, Kanazawa. Ren Kanazawa. On the run up. Well struck penalty. So that puts Kashima Antlers back on level terms. 3 penalties taken, 2 scored, 1 missed.
Max Bramley's gone the wrong way twice now. If he just stayed with his earlier one, I think he might have got that, you know. Bounced in, didn't it?
Not the cleanest of strikes, but certainly effective.
In golfing terms, he topped it, Peter.
So Cairo Mitchell started this game and finishes with a well-struck penalty. The keeper again gets a hand to it, but enough power on that from Mitchell to make absolutely certain that was a goal.
He had the run-up, he had the power. Very, very difficult to keep something like that out because he put it high as well. That's not a bad penalty, actually. It's not easy walking up there. It's a full stadium now. It's a long walk. Pressure now.
Kotaro Arima played in goal during the 4 minutes of extra time. Step up to take his penalty. Needs this to make it 3 each. Another right footer. Bit of kidology from Bramley in goal. To no effect. So Arima makes it 3 each.
I think he's had a good game. He worked very, very hard up front. With the run up, he knew what he was going to do. There you go, bottom corner. Max, if you'd gone to that right post, you might have saved a couple more.
Admiral Musgrave came on in the second half. The 5th penalty for Leicester. Very nicely done. Confident into the corner. And now, from a Kashima Antlers perspective, this is sudden death.
Pressure's on now, bottom corner. Very, very precise. Quite a lot of power on that as well. I don't think the keeper could have done much about it. So this is it. He needs to score for them to stay in the tournament.
Taira Maeda is the honour of the 5th penalty for Kashima. Score this one and we should be into sudden death. Miss, and they're out. Confidence, precision, and a 4th penalty scored for Kashima Antlers. Maeda was
nervous, wasn't he? Oh, he just stroked with it. And keep that, his face, his eyes, everything. Oh.
Matty Miles. Well struck. Plenty of confidence there, right down the middle. Once again, the Japanese are in the pressure seat.
Smashed it. No messing around. Put the ball down, turned round, ran up. Straight down the middle.
Otasuka, Daisuke Otasuka, played in the 4 minutes of extra time. Must score. And does, once again. Brownlee goes to his left and the ball goes to his right.
Very, very straight run up, wasn't it? It's a little bit concerned for him. He did it well. The keeper's not really got near any of these. Here we go again. Wasn't really in the corner either.
So Darnell Johnson has his opportunity. He's the defender. Sometimes not the best to execute the penalty. Here we go. But in his case, he knows exactly what he's doing. Once again, the keeper goes the right way. Kiddo's made some great decisions, just hasn't been able to get himself quickly enough down.
Yeah, I think the Kashima keeper's done slightly better, but watch Max Bramley prove me wrong now. Little shuffle to the left. Great penalty, that.
The Kashima captain, Mitsuki Yamamoto. Once again in sudden death. Must score. Yamamoto falls to his knees, just put the ball to the side of the goalpost that doesn't have a net attached to it.
They missed the first one, they missed the last one, same place that they put it. It's ironic because, without being disrespectful for the goalkeeper, it didn't look like he was going to get near any of them. But Leicester have won it. Here we go again. Oh yeah. Same as the first one. He had plenty of power on it. Looked fairly positive where he wanted to go. What a shame.
So, Kashima Antlers, who acquitted themselves superbly this weekend, depart the tournament having lost on the penalty shootout to a Leicester City team who will progress to the Shield final. So congratulations to them. And to decide who will meet them, we have Newcastle United versus Eastern.
Well, I spoke to Peter Beardsley before this game. He talked about the game when Eastern played this morning against West Ham, where they wanted to control the game. Peter was talking about how well Eastern had played yesterday. And Moriera, the captain, he's the man that commands it. You see him on the pitch, out of shot at the moment. There he is, just with the armband. He's just looking at them all, telling them what to do. He's right in the middle, and he's definitely, if Eastern are going to win this game, he's the man. He's the key. Let's see whether Newcastle can cope with it. Eastern are going to try and soak the play up here. They'll really want to try and close this down. But Newcastle are fit. They've got some good players, and they'll fancy it. But it'll be very, 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 very close game, this. I'd just like Eastern to be positive, but they'll want to keep the ball. Newcastle have to keep Eastern off the ball.
So Newcastle United playing in their train strip, all white. Eastern, who are the current Hong Kong Premier League champions, playing in their blue strip. Gibson spreads the ball out. Sean Longstaff, his first opportunity. Oh, that's a great ball, but the keeper is equal to it. Luke Charman. In fact, that was Jamie Holmes with that opportunity.
It's a very positive start from Newcastle, isn't it? They're closing down. I think the coaches have probably said, look, you've got to get amongst them. Don't sit back, because they'll just try and take the sting out of it as much as they can. Just caught him a little bit there. Newcastle have come out the traps. Now this is going to be a long 20 minutes if they're playing a pressing game. So Newcastle will hope to get a goal in the first few minutes if they're going to do this, because otherwise they will tire. Eastern coming at them now, but they'll be a lot more patient with the build-up as to how they're going to play it. More like a game of chess. Newcastle will really want to get the ball back. Getting two men behind the ball as much as possible. Jack Hunter as last man. You can see him just pointing, talking, communicating. Need to just focus on what's going on here. Eastern won't waste it. Just recycle every time. Morientes again. That's a great save from Ben Smith, by the way. Very, very good. But here's the possession game we were talking about, Peter. Very, very strong. Eastern, don't give the ball away. going to keep it. Nothing speculative, just holding it up. Good defending so far, though.
That's Moriera, I should say, he's always involved. He's the captain. And Mitchell Joff. Those two between them tend to be the starting point of all of the moves for Eastern. Ball pushed out wide. Coming back in. Moriera's first touch not great, but able to retain the ball. And put on a little bit of pressure. Luke Charman. The long hopeful ball not successful. Chung King Ho will take the throw. Joff to Wong. Chung won't be able to play that ball back. Goalkeeper's got to go long. Moriera unable to keep that in. Newcastle United have become regulars at this tournament.
2012 was the first one, so this is the 5th year in a row now.
5th year. Never done worse than the semi-finals of the cup competition. And until this year, so by the Newcastle standards, this is not the best for them, but still in with a shout with some silverware. That was a great shot. That was Liam Gibson putting the ball onto his left foot. Couldn't quite get it on target.
He caught the keeper unawares, didn't he? The keeper was waiting for the cross. Don't even see the keeper's face here. Oh, yeah. Nearly got done at his near post. He wouldn't have got that. He hit it with a lot of power.
So Yuhok Man on boot upfield, but easily dealt with by Gibson. Longstaff finds Hunter. Gibson. Hunter again. Chance to run at the defender. A hint of handball there. Referee has spotted it. Charman was hoping to get away with that, but free kick's given. Referee wants the Newcastle players back. Moriera. Got some space with Chook on the left-hand side. Chance to run at the defender. Got the ball across. And how effective was that?
And the first goal for Eastern, scored by number 32.
So coming in at the back post, Lo Chi Kwang puts Eastern 1-0 up against Newcastle.
Started with Moriera again, coming over the halfway line. There it is, ball out to the left. Great bit of pace here down to the byline. Very positive, drove the ball across. Keeper got a hand to it, Ben Smith. But then just a slightly fortunate rebound at the back post, but well done for following it in.
Jamie Holmes tried to clear the ball at the death there, but couldn't prevent the goal. 1-0 to Eastern. So Newcastle now needing to get back on the front foot quickly. A little bit too physical from Gibson. Free kick Eastern.
Sure, he could have really done a lot more about that, but they're trying to get Moriera off the ball because he's the playmaker. There's no doubt about it. He's the boss. Talking to the defenders, pushing forward. They've just given the ball away here. It's rather naive.
Holmes. Gibson in support. Gibson once more. Jack Hunter. Rolls the ball in. Jarman holds off the defender, trying to find a way through. Opportunity for Easton to break. Moriera. Got a man in the middle. That's Chen. Turns inside the defender on his left foot. Finishes beautifully. Rolls the ball into the corner. And that is classic Sevens counter-attacking football.
And again, Moriera started it, didn't he? Showed some pace there. He's a big lad, but look at this. He's got 3 of them literally hanging on to him. And then that's created the space. Still had a lot to do. Oh, that's a great goal. That really, really is. It's going to be a long way back now, Peter. There's still 12 minutes left in the game, but half-time can't come quickly enough for Newcastle United now.
2 more minutes to go. Newcastle need to get themselves on the score sheet as quickly as possible. And put the momentum back with them. Gibson gives the ball away to Wong. Moriera pushes it out to Chuck. Got 4 players in support. Newcastle are back in numbers now, but Chung again. Scorer of the second goal. Now Newcastle eventually get enough numbers back to force back Easton. Joff over to Chung. Got a little bit of time and space, looking for support. Moriera can't keep that down. Slightly difficult opportunity, the ball bouncing. Hitting that first time. Couldn't keep it on target. And Newcastle in the last minute of the first half, trailing 2-0 to Easton. Early ball through, intercepted. Moriera again, he's got 2 to his left. One of them is Chun, trying to turn inside. Chun appearing on the left-hand side that time. Early ball from Newcastle. Oh, that's well struck to Holmes. Just can't keep it on target. Not easy with the ball running away from him, but Jamie Holmes.
What a lovely ball. Just found him there. Snatched at it a little bit. Maybe if he could have taken a touch there and could have gone for the other corner. Never easy when you take those balls first time. As it comes through. So, Ben Dawson, Peter Beardsley, gonna have a good chat here. I think there'll be at least 1 change coming on. Dan Barlaser, played for England under 19s before. I would imagine we'll see him in the second half, unless he's carrying an injury. Be very surprised if he doesn't come back out now, because they've got to make some changes. Newcastle sitting down there. You don't often see that at Sevens. Maybe feeling the heat.
You don't often see that in any professional sport. Physios tell you to recover, you need to be standing up. It's quite an unusual move by Newcastle. And certainly the Eastern team stood up. Eastern team coach, who is actually the first female coach ever to win a men's professional league. Miss Chun giving directions. And as you can see from the crowd, there's plenty of support from Newcastle. Lots of black and white stripes. An Arsenal shirt. Not quite sure why that gentleman decided to wear that today. But Arsenal have, of course, been here previously and been champions of the Sevens. And some young supporters enjoying themselves, trying to get as close to the players as they can. So, back to the second half. Newcastle United 0, Easton 2. Newcastle in desperate need of a goal to get themselves back into this. But Easton, well worth their 2-0 lead. have been playing excellent counter-attacking sevens football and taking their chances when they present themselves. And happy with a little bit of killology to start with. Early ball to Wong. Makes the necessary contact, but Newcastle recover quite quickly. Jack Hunter just a little bit too physical.
Yeah, they've brought Callum Williams on at the back and they've pushed Jack Hunter forward just to put a little bit more of a bite in there. They're just trying to niggle Moriera a little bit.
Certainly Moriera is the route through all the good stuff for Eastern comes. So Newcastle need to make a difference now. Jarman can't keep that in. Wants to get the game restarted quickly. Through Joff. No one in any particular hurry for Eastern to get the ball back in. Chang, the score of the second goal, gets us going. Yeah, they're not able to keep that ball in and gives away the throw-in. Newcastle get things going again. Gibson, that's a great ball to Hunter, points it down on his chest and finishes beautifully into the corner. That was a very well taken goal by Jack Hunter, and from a tactical point of view, a great move from Newcastle to push him up front.
Great move, much more positive. He's got a little bit of bite. He came last year. Callum Williams has been here 3 times as well. And look, here we are. That's more like it. Liam Gibson the ball through. Jack, good first touch off his chest. I think the keeper might be a little bit disappointed that he couldn't get it, but you can see what's happening now. They're still niggling Moriera, trying to get at him, stop him having any time on the ball. Yellow card there.
Moriera making his view seen, or heard, I should say, on that tackle. Lo Chi Kwan, Moriera again, turned away, shooting from distance. Well, he's not afraid to do that. We've seen plenty of attempts from him. He's yet to actually find the target. But I guess in percentages, well, one day one of them will stick.
Next one that goes in will probably be about 1 in 10 for him.
That's great work from Holmes. Newcastle in with an opportunity. Can they make it count? A turn and a shot from Jamie Holmes. I think there was. And Newcastle are straight back in it. Yeah, Jamie Holmes. The turn and the shot has changed the complexion of this game.
Didn't see any of this coming, did we? Just played him in again, turned. Oh, he's got so much space there. Well, maybe sitting down at half-time does work, Peter.
Well, something seems to have done the trick, definitely. Newcastle right back in this game. Just coming up to 3.5 minutes gone, and a 2-0 lead has evaporated for Eastern. So a little bit more urgency from them now. Callum Williams able to come away with the ball. Jarman will chase this. Joff is on him. Referee doesn't like that. Didn't like the first one, let alone the second. Temper's getting a little frayed. The referee looks to be reaching for a pocket. So a yellow card for Sean Longstaff. Mitchell Joff seemed to get away with his part in that.
Just see this again. He's gone up to him, tried to pull the ball away from him. I don't think he's really done anything wrong. Slightly harsh.
So into the referee's book goes Sean Longstaff. Tony Holmes giving the ball away. There's a foot race on now. Jamie Holmes doing the defensive work as well as the stuff up the front. And the ball's cleared. Hunter. Strong there. Referee felt the arm was involved in that. Free kick, Easton. Wong's in space, but he's being closed down. Chamko To for the second half. Newcastle certainly playing with a lot more urgency in this second half.
This is the proverbial game of two halves, isn't it? Only another chance there. It's wide open now. Easton have got to come back out. They just did not see this coming at all. And you can see they're very frustrated. Moriera needs to get hold of this game again if they're going to win it.
And it's Moriera putting the ball out wide, wanting it back, getting it. Hunter's on him. Jack Hunter's going to get a yellow for that. The referee just having a word. Has Hunter been booked before?
Possibly. It's a few niggles. There he goes. He's very physical in there. Push, pull the shirt. A little bit theatrical, but he's had a few niggles as Moriera, so he's probably getting a little bit wound up now, understandably.
If the word at half-time was press, then Newcastle have been listening, because they've given the Eastern team no time at all on the ball. And they continue to do so. But there is some space out here for Jung. He's coming inside. Keeps possession well. Wong. Chang once more. Solid defending. That's Callum Williams, who's making a big difference. Excellent square ball. Hunter. Plenty of support in the middle. But two goes to the goalkeeper. Very unnecessary there. Jang getting involved.
It's very fortunate not to get a yellow card here, Chang. Longstaff's got to be a little bit careful with the referee. I don't think there was much in that, but he's on a yellow card. Chang come running over there. Chang very frustrated because he was dispossessed in the first place.
Mitchell Joff. Easton now have an opportunity to apply some pressure. Back to Joff. Jang. Joff again. Newcastle are keeping a player up the field. That was a solid challenge. And the referee says, Jang Kam-to, you need to go in my book. Perhaps a accumulation of offences.
Well, there's more cards in this game than I think we've seen all day. Very physical. It's a great game. Real nip and tuck. Will somebody get the winner now? We've got 1.5 minutes left.
Williams. Hunter has come deep now after being pushed out for the first part of the second period. Gibson can't beat Wong, but wins the throw. Barleza. Barleza on his right foot, trying to find the corner. Just can't squeeze it in at the keeper's near post. But a great turn of pace.
Dan Barleza, I'm surprised it's taken him so long for them to put him on. Don't know if he's carrying an injury or something, Peter. But he'll be gutted with that one. Could have won the game there. Not much time left now. Looking for the foul there, wasn't he?
Certainly was. With 30 seconds to go. This may well be Newcastle's last forward attempt. They've lost the ball. Jang. Over to Cheng. Wong. Checks back inside. Moriena. Last opportunity. Look at that. As the referee blows her whistle, Moriera, Diego, Eli wins the game for Eastern with what has to be the goal of the tournament so far.
The goal of the tournament and the celebration of the tournament. He ran off to the sportsman's bar to get a pint. What a goal. That's his 1 in 10. He'd had a few shots during the game, but it was quite fitting that he was the one that answered it and had the last say on that game. Man of the match for me, I would say, Peter. Great fight back from Newcastle in the second half, and the classic sucker punch right at the end.
Well, that has to be the goal of the tournament so far in the main competition, and with great credit to Eastern showing some resilience to withstand the onslaught of Newcastle, giving up a 2-goal lead, but with the very last kick of the game, Morier scored an absolute peach.
The crowd very pleased. There's some local interest in the final there. Newcastle United then exit the tournament. Got an interesting year ahead of them, haven't they? Gone down from the Premiership now. We'll be hoping that Rafa stays on. Hopefully we'll see them back next year. Peter Beardsley, great guy. A member of the Hong Kong Football Club as well. He'll be a little bit disappointed, but I'm sure he'll tell the guys, keep your heads up, keep working hard. They're on holiday now. This game should be an absolute cracker. Wellington Phoenix looked really good this morning. Anthony Taylor is the referee as well in the Premier League. Aston Villa look very strong in this tournament. It's been 10 minutes each way this game.
So this is the semi-final, the first semi-final of the main cup competition. Aston Villa from the English Premier League against Wellington Phoenix from the Australian A-League. Wellington get us going, playing in their yellow and black strip. Aston Villa in a changed all grey. Some of you may remember that grey kits don't have a great history. Manchester United once had a grey kit that lasted one game when they were 3-0 down at half-time against Southampton.
It lasted half a game, didn't it? Said they couldn't see each other.
And then got changed at half-time. Taylor not happy with that kit there. So actually it's I must say it's Aston Villa playing in the yellow when it's Wellington Phoenix playing in the grey kit.
Very strange choice.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. So Aston Villa are actually playing in their changed all yellow kit. Yellow and black usually is the Wellington Phoenix colours. So Oscar Borg, formerly of West Ham, was here last year with West Ham United. Wellington Phoenix with Singh. That's Hamish Watson. Just couldn't pick out Justin Gully, the captain. Made a great run forward. Villa in possession now. A run and shot from Hepburn Murphy. Didn't trouble the goalkeeper. Oh, getting very involved now. Gully. Back to on sale. Nowhere to play it short, so has to go long for Gary. Borg win that contest. Space to run forward. Skips out with the challenge of Singh. Callum O'Hare, can he get on the return? No, he can't. But a great save from Seoul. Hepburn Murphy, left-footed, drawing a great save from the goalkeeper. Abdu. Borg runs it across the goal. Somewhat soft, but Harry McCurdy just gets in front of the goalkeeper, and 1-0 Aston Villa.
Goalkeeper have made a superb save, and then the ball just seemed to scramble into the goal, didn't it? I'm not sure he knows what's happened. Very, very frustrating. It's a great start for Aston Villa, though. Let's have a look at it again. Oh, it's not a great place to lose the ball. As it comes back in, just manages to get a touch on it. It's a very dangerous ball across goal. Almost came off the defender's heel, didn't it? Might be an own goal, actually.
I think the GB's goal panel will have to have a look at that, but the score is still the same, 1-0 to Aston Villa, regardless who we're winning off. Wellington Phoenix attack comes to nothing. Matija Sartic, Montenegrin. Big kick upfield from him. Certainly these teams seem to have learned that you can't allow the goalkeeper to play the short goal kick. Playing a man-for-man marking. Gary tries the flick, doesn't come off. Tidied up by Mitch Clark. Takes the return ball. McCurdy. McCurdy once more. Abdu. Very little urgency from the rest of the Aston Villa side. McCurdy now makes himself available and finds some space. Sartic. Villa just happy to do very little except stand around and play around the back. McCurdy does have some space in the centre of the park. He's running at Gully. Abdu. To O'Hare. That's a lovely return from Abdu. Oh, McCurdy just couldn't direct that on target.
Aston Villa are really going for it. It's a very, very positive start here. There's an onslaught. I don't think Wellington Phoenix have had this sort of pressure so far, Peter. You can see the move again. Just a nice knock forward. The 1-2. It was almost the third movement, wasn't it, of the player coming through. Very unfortunate.
With the throw, Fox. Watson can't quite keep that in. A little disappointed. As the ball curved the other way, coming away from him. Ball with the throw. Ball once more. Abdu. Curdy on the far side. We can get it under control. Bit of a tug. Jack Henry Sinclair just getting hold of some shirt. G. Taylor blowing his whistle. Villa taking a little bit of time. Just running down the clock. Started Abdu. Under pressure from Singh, but able to bring the ball away. Does have support if he needs it. Ball thick inside to McCurdy. 2-0. Very well worked goal. All the way from the back by Aston Villa. And finished off by Harry McCurdy. No doubt about who's going to claim that goal.
He's ran 50 yards without a challenge. Here we are from his own half. Look at them backing off, strikers come in to try and tackle it. They're too far off him. Yeah, they're just a little bit the rabbit in the headlights at the moment, Wellington. They need to settle down and just trying to get a foothold. Still some time to get one back in the first half. That might be a penalty. Oh, very, very tight.
Now, according to the referee, Anthony Taylor very clearly unimpressed with that. Villa now back into the box of the Wellington Phoenix, but the shot from Hepburn Murphy far too high. Dylan Fox. Singh. Gilly, the captain. Singh once more. The Villa defence is all over them. Mitch Clark. Let's have to win once more. Quick feet, but Dylan Fox too strong. The wily defender, Dylan Fox. He will see his name written into the book for that. Right in front of the referee.
Great lad, isn't he? I'm going to clatter into him. Oh, the elbow just got up. I don't think it was intentional. It was a clear yellow.
Harry McCurdy curating all the headlines. Turn and shot from Hamish Watson. Finds the side netting. Just shows how dangerous he can be. Certainly a traditional centre forward, Hamish Watson. Direct, physical, and with an eye for goal. Into the last minute of the first half. Watson couldn't get past Abdu. Callum O'Hare. Borg. Burn Murphy in front of him. Burn Murphy. Doesn't want to take on the defender. O'Hare, Burn Murphy. Draws the foul out of McGarry. It's the 10-minute mark. Draws close. Of course, to the referee about whether the time has passed or not. Long kick upfield, and that is indeed the end of the first half. Aston Villa go in 2-0 against Wellington Phoenix. There's that man there, Harry McCurdy. May or may not have got the first one, but certainly put enough pressure on the defender to make sure the ball went into the net, and then his second goal after a fantastic Villa move right from inside their own half. Buried into the corner, left-footed, giving Aston Villa this 2-0 lead against Wellington Phoenix.
Harry McCurdy's played well. He's not only got one, maybe two goals, but he's defended well. He's been very brave. Wellington just need to regroup now and find out how can we get into this game. Aston Villa are playing the ball around very, very quickly. Pass and move, pass and move. So Wellington are good at getting men behind the ball. They're fit, but Villa just keep moving the ball around, and it's very, very hard to track that. They look very, very fit, Aston Villa. Quite calm as well. Gordon Cowan's down there. Wellington really need to settle in. Start of the second half. Fancy they might make a change or two as well. But they need a goal back fairly quickly, Peter. Otherwise, there's only going to be one winner here, which is Aston Villa. But, you know, we've seen in other games, you can turn it around very quickly in a minute or two.
So we will see Wellington Phoenix restart this game. 2-0 behind against Aston Villa. Newcastle United were in this position in the last game against Eastern, and within 3 minutes were level. destined not to win that game, but that should give heart to Wellington Phoenix that it can be done. Turn around a 2-0 lead. And that's with Justin Gully. McGarry, James McGarry. He's a youth international for New Zealand. Has played in the first team. Trying to get his team back into this game. Phoenix back in possession. So Joe Bell has joined the second half for Wellington Phoenix. And Sinclair. Gully. Hepburn Murphy. Tangled up with Dylan Fox. Referee just gives the throw to Wellington Phoenix.
He caught him just on the end. I don't think it was intentional. I don't think he even saw it. He was expecting a foul, and yeah, I wouldn't blame him if the referee had given that. But Anthony Taylor's been very lenient in this game, Peter.
Watson. Laid the ball off there for Joe Bell. Keeper stood tall. Sarchic's yet to be beaten in this game. Borg, space in the middle. Borg. Hepburn Murphy. Well, Borg had covered 30-40 yards. Just laid the ball off to Hepburn Murphy.
I think Murphy's just still just shaking off that earlier challenge. He really wasn't committed with that shot. It was well wide. He won't want to see that one again.
Seoul in the Phoenix goal. Some support from Sinclair. Bell. Gully. Fox. Nice overlap. McGarry tries the flick, doesn't come off. Villa breaking. Hepburn Murphy wants to go all himself through the middle. The referee says no. Well, there was a lot of contact there. Hepburn Murphy tried to run between two players. Went to ground, so holding his face. Certainly, having played on this surface, I know that you don't want to be sliding about on anything on this pitch. So the physio's over to give some treatment.
He's just stunned more than anything. Did they catch him? Yeah, he just caught him with his arm there. Further leniency from the referee. I think he's given the one foul, which was in the first half, Harry McCurdy with the yellow card, but we could have seen a penalty in this game. That could have been if that had been a foul, by the way, that would have been a red card, because he was the last man and he would have had to send him off. So the Phoenix defender will be probably feeling rather fortunate at the moment.
I think that the Phoenix team can count themselves quite lucky there. They couldn't really deal with the pace of Hepburn Murphy, but as any defender will tell you, my job is to stop them scoring. And that's certainly what Wellington Phoenix defence did then. But Watson's in with the shout in the area. Hand goes up for a shout for a penalty, not given. Certainly Mr. Taylor wants this game to be flowing. Blackett Taylor is on for Aston Villa. Sinclair holding him off. Blackett Taylor into the Wellington area. Here's the corner.
I agreed with referee. I don't think that was a penalty. I think Watson was looking for it, but he was lacking support.
Nothing comes of that Aston Villa move, and it is a goal kick to Wellington as we're halfway through the second half. Aston Villa still leading 2-0. Wellington need to find some acceleration in this hunt for 2 goals. That was too easy. Kieran Davis forces a save out of the goalkeeper. Kieran Davis, another second half substitute.
Very sharp, isn't he? They've won the ball, then they've given it back. Sort of bobbled wide a little bit, really. Got a hand to it. Not sure it was actually going in.
Some very fast feet. Khalid Abdu been involved in a lot of good stuff that Aston Villa have done in this game. There again, lovely little flick. Tidied up by Wellington. Calvin Harris has come on as a second half substitute. Youngest player in this tournament, 16 years old. Son of Terry Harris, formerly of on Sheffield United's books. Also a player here at the Hong Kong Football Club. Playing for the Chairman Select side in the Veterans competition. As Villa break. And it's Callum O'Hare. Rather over-hitting his pass. Straight down for a throw-in. To Fox. The Phoenix really do need to find something. Fox hitting it from distance. Not getting the right contact, sailing over the bar.
Aston Villa on, taking the sting out of this though. Phoenix have still got a chance. Look at that, he's just knocked it long, right from the goalkeeper, giving them the ball back. It's unnecessary. The coach will be very disappointed with that. They're working hard, but you can't just give the ball away like that.
Fox. Gully. Blackett Taylor working hard. Liam Hare, another second half substitute for the Phoenix. Trying to create something down the right hand side. Will be a throw into Aston Villa as we're into the last 2 minutes. Borg got out of trouble there. Mitch Clark. Great ball from Keenan Davis. Defender got back. That was Mitch Clark. Couldn't quite get enough on it. And Dylan Fox got his goalkeeper out of jail. Abdu anticipating the flick. He's got support. Blackett Taylor. Keeper stood strong. Excellent work from Ollie Sale. Abdu. Keenan Davis. Borg. Borg once more. Davis. 2 defenders in front of him. Just happy to run the clock down. Blackett Taylor. Ball gone dead. Does no favours for Phoenix. Jordan Cox, late substitute. Made a break through as he got around the goalkeeper. Just did enough, Ollie Sale. Got a hand to it. Pushing Cox wide. And Davis can't control that. Coming up to full time. Referee checks his watch. Ball all the way back to the goalkeeper. Just keeps possession for Aston Villa. As time ticks away. Back at Taylor. So he does the necessary. Comes away with the ball. Great defending. Play on, says the referee. Chance for Watson. Can he get his shot away? Borg. Great block. And there is the final whistle. Last chance for Hamish Watson. And what a great match was for Aston Villa. Controlled it the whole way. 2 goals in the first half, enough for them to progress to the final of the cup competition. And deserving winners against the Wellington Phoenix, who once again are out in the semi-final stage of this competition.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Deserved winners. Wellington have had a great weekend. Should be very proud. They've got some great kids coming through. Young Calvin Harris there. Interested to see how he develops over the years. Good pedigree from the family. But yeah, it's deserving winners, Aston Villa. McCurdy there had a good game. Villa were very positive in the second half. Too positive in my view at 2-0 up. I think you need to just take the sting out of the game, really. But Aston Villa will be stern opponents in the final, and we're about to find out who's going to play them.
So the second semi-final for the cup competition, FC Seoul against West Ham United. And there's the starting 7 for West Ham United. They have remained fairly consistent with their starting lineup at West Ham. He will be in clarity blue, and FC Seoul will be in the white shirts with the red stripe, black shorts.
And for West Ham United,
West Ham made the final of this tournament last year and wanted to go one better, having been defeated by Atletico Madrid in that final. Coach Mark Phillips suggesting that the team they're sending this year is stronger than the one they brought last year. But certainly FC Seoul have been something of an unknown quantity in their first visit to this tournament. However, they have been incredibly effective at putting teams away.
Very effective indeed. They had to be very patient earlier in the day against Easton. Easton tried to soak up the pressure. Yeah, this will be a different game. I think it'll be fast. I think it might be quite physical, actually. Seoul have got some quite tall players, quite a lot of height on this pitch, Peter. Some 6'4", 6'5", I would say. Should be a good game.
West Ham have shown that they've been happy to knock it round at the back. We've got Akinola and Makasi, 2 centre halves, play the ball around effectively. That's Pike, Alex Pike, recently signed a new 2-year professional contract with West Ham. Nathan Trott, long way out of his goal. And Lewis Page getting a little bit of trouble there. First opportunity for Seoul. Lee just treading on the ball, getting himself in a bit of trouble. One. That was a great opportunity for Joe Sang-Hoon. Just got in front of his defender. Managed to not make contact, or certainly not sufficient contact to trouble Nathan Trott. Page, captain for this weekend. Makasi giving the ball away. Lee. Good tracking back by West Ham, forcing Seoul a little bit of keep ball in their area. Top of the defence. But Diangana doing sterling work. Yang Yu Min was on the overlap. He was prolific yesterday in front of goal, Yang. Scorer of 4 goals in 1 game. Rather wasted the corner though.
I don't like long corners in sevens. Keep the ball, build it up. Seems to be very direct we've seen this weekend in the main tournament. But FC Seoul have started the more positive for me.
Back to Ingram. Always on his own. Had to run at the defender. Couldn't beat the second one, beat the first one. So we'll try and get the ball under control. Meanwhile, Rang. Very patient. And looking for the run up front. Joe. Waiting for some support. West Ham stands strong. Ginola. The ball now. Page. Almost play a back 3, West Ham. Mike wins the ball. So we'll give away the throw. West Ham very solid at the back. Always looking to break at pace. Suspicion of handball there. West Ham free kick.
FC Seoul are playing a pressing game at the moment. Very hard over 2 10-minute halves to keep up, but it's certainly unnerving West Ham at the moment. And as you can see there, they're just relying on long balls. It's hard when you give away possession like this, but Seoul playing very high up the pitch. Very positive.
Won Ji-sik. Asking for support. Finds it from Sim. Fumbled over, but still with Seoul. Snapshot from Lee, just too high. Not troubling the goalkeeper. But positive stuff from Seoul.
Yeah, and again, very, very strong. He's nipped in there. Just a little touch, bubbled up a little bit. He caught it quite well, just a foot above the bar.
West Ham in possession. Dianjana. It's Makasi, Pike. Makasi again. Ginola. Dianjana, it's gone past one. It's got Pike there. Not quite sure what Pike was thinking, but didn't go goalwards. Little untidy. Much better touch from Pike that time. It's got away from his marker. That's a great first ball back to Pike. Cleared by the Seoul defence. Alex Pike involved in everything then.
West Ham are making the run in the channel down to the byline and trying to pull the ball back. It's a great move in sevens because of course there's no offside and you can get away with it. It's very, very hard to defend against. It's quite a physical game as well, this one, Peter.
So back to Akinola. Tunji Akinola. Once more. An early shot from Hector Ingram, but not troubling the keeper. Never really got a hold of that. Seoul once more in possession. Looking for some movement up front, but easily cut out. Page wants it. receives the ball. Just a run down the middle. Too much happening up front for him. Hector Ingram, nice turn. Page has gone for the return, but too many white shirts around. That's Pike. Diangana on the outside. Always wants to go past players. Is this a goal? Certainly is. Hector Ingram. Diangana showing his ability to go past players there and open up the defence. And Hector Ingram on the line at the right time to put that in.
Third time lucky with the run to the byline. Here we go again. Goes out wide. Shows him the inside. Goes out. One more. There's the pullback. Very, very hard to defend against that. Looking for it every time. Rather harsh on Seoul, but West Ham have got a game plan with that move, and it's finally paid off.
So with 8 minutes gone in the first half, West Ham score the first goal of this semi-final of the main competition in the Hong Kong Football Club City Soccer Sevens. The Seoul do have goals in them, especially Yang Yu-min. Haven't seen too much of him as an attacking threat yet. But they're certainly showing some positive attributes. Jo Sang-hun, identified as one of the players to watch at the beginning of this tournament. Physical striker. Put pressure on the West Ham defence there, but West Ham come away. Diangana. Finds Pike on the overlap. Diangana again. Seoul have got back in numbers. Makasi. Page. West Ham are asking Seoul to come and get it, and then they give it to them. Loose ball from Pike. Imwarang. Can't find the slide rule ball. Page was dwelling somewhat on the ball there. Diangana. Nicely tidied up at the back. Page with some space. Diangana. Not quite the first touch he was looking for. Takes him away from goal. And that is the end of the first half. So FC Seoul 0, West Ham United 1 is the half-time score. Jamal Hector Ingram with the goal to put West Ham into the lead. Scored with 2 minutes to go in the first half.
FC Seoul have just lost their way a little bit the last 3 or 4 minutes. West Ham have taken the sting out of things a little bit. Surprised them. Wasn't a great start to the game for West Ham. So we're very positive, pressing hard. But as I said earlier, it's very, very difficult to maintain that kind of pressure for a full game in this sort of heat. So, change of plan for FC Seoul maybe. Need to get back into the game. They've showed some glimpses. Final ball's just not really been there so far. It only needs 1 goal. They're back in it. I think West Ham would be very brave, Peter, to try and just sit on a 1-0 lead here. And I think that's what they'll be telling, the coaches will be telling them now. Stay positive, keep it tight. 1 goal will win it, but it's a long 10 minutes of you sitting on that lead.
Well, there's no doubt that Seoul have shown some flashes of their ability to get back into this game. Certainly Jo Sang-hun has been a threat playing on the last man, and it's taken everything that Akinola and Makasi can do to keep him facing the wrong way from goal in the way that Seoul have been attacking, playing the ball up to his feet, trying to get to turn the defenders, but they've kept him out so far. But as the game progresses, the game will open up. players will become more tired. There may well be some substitutions made. Inject some fresh legs. But there's no way that Seoul can be counted out at 1-0.
Well, fascinating 10 minutes. I still feel, having seen Aston Villa stronger than what we've seen in the first half here, but you never know. Whoever gets to the final, it's only one game.
Well, both these teams have to negotiate the second half of this, and Seoul will restart the second half, another 10 minutes for a place in the final of this 2016 HKFC City Soccer Sevens. And Yumin. Seoul come forward with the ball. It's the captain, Sim. Yang. Very casual from Yang, but effective. Sim Song-ho. Hale with a long, rather wasteful punt into the hands of the goalkeeper, giving West Ham the opportunity to come forward. It's Pike. Diangara. Pike. Akinola. Seoul do really need to come and put some pressure on to West Ham. Diangara with a free header. Couldn't direct it on goal. Not too many headed goals scored in Sevens football, but that was a missed opportunity.
That definitely goes down as a miss. He was free at the back post. I'm not sure who was supposed to be marking him, but that's a massive let-off for FC Seoul. And here we go, look, there's a long kick up here. They obviously fancy the tall guys up front.
Ball not out of play. Page. Good work by Hector Ingram. Seoul maintain possession. Sim. Onjisik. And Sim at the back. Ball rolled into Yang. Yang again. Wanting an overlap, but Diangara doing solid defensive work. Tim brings the ball back under control. Eo Ik feints inside, has support from Yan. Forced back though. Seoul looking for a way through. Not presenting himself yet. Still plenty of patience, plenty of time left in this second half, and only 1-0 behind. Just need one chance.
West Ham are sitting very deep though. This is what we talked about at half-time. Sitting on the 1-0 lead, they've got the ball there. Trying to catch them on the break now, aren't they?
So Hector Ingram, if he can go past the defender, turns, gets the shot off just too close to the goalkeeper. Kim Sung-ha right behind that. Not quite enough into the corner. Diangara. Can't get past Heo. It is West Ham throw, so they keep possession. Not in any hurry to take this. Pike gives the ball away. Tracking back though. Yang wins a free kick, perhaps knowing he wasn't going to keep that ball in. Sim. Hale. Yan. Hale again. Seoul having a lot of the ball just inside the West Ham half. Need it a little bit further up the pitch. One. Hale again. And the final ball completely ineffective. A little bit of rush of blood, run out of patience from Seoul. Good organisation from West Ham. And certainly keeping the defence tight at this moment in time. Nathan Trott being used as a 7th outfield player. The long ball upfield, Hector Ingram doing well to get onto that. Has 2 players on him. Solid challenge comes off the West Ham player. Throw in Seoul, quickly taken. They need to get this ball moving quickly. The turn doesn't quite come off. And it will be a West Ham throw. Turn and push back. Matthew Carter, second half substitute. Makasi. He's got a chance to run at the defender. Pike. Carter. A bit of keep ball from West Ham. Pike goes all the way back to Trott. Deals with the pressure well. Pike doesn't. Badly under hit pass. Straight to Seoul. And a shot from distance. That was Choi Tae-min. Kind of hoping that Trott hadn't made his ground, but wasn't able to find the target. Referee asking for that to be taken again. Must come out of the 18-yard box. That's good distribution. Pike puts it down in the corner for Hector Ingram to chase. Seoul in possession. Won Jae-sik. Heo bundled over. And Makasaki doesn't want the free kick taken quickly. Heo. Still very negative from the Koreans. They'll need to add a bit more urgency, Neil. There's only 2.5 minutes left.
They need to go. They're just passing it. They're playing keep ball 50 yards out. And now they've lost the ball. It just doesn't work at all.
So West Ham in possession. Second half substitute, Sam Ford. Just laying the ball off. Carter can't quite get that out from under his feet. But maintains possession for West Ham. Comes all the way back to Akinola as we enter the last 2 minutes of the game. West Ham happy to play keep ball, but hasn't been completely effective. And the goalkeeper putting the ball up to Ford. Carter. West Ham had a few spare men. Page and Pike. Carter. Into the corner. Taking some time off the clock. Want to try and win the throw in. Referee says that came off a West Ham foot. No doubt that time. West Ham giving away the throw in. Possession with the Seoul. FC Seoul team. Choi Tae-min. West Ham backtrack. trying to get bodies behind the ball into the last minute. We've certainly seen goals scored in the last second, let alone the last minute, so West Ham need to be concentrating for the full final minute. Carter getting pulled back. Referee not happy with that at all. And Choi Tae-min goes into the referee's book.
I just think they used their energy up too early in this game, Peter. They just couldn't keep it up. West Ham haven't really been tested in the second half. You fancy them to be very, very fresh for the final, because it's looking highly unlikely now. We've got about 15-20 seconds left, maybe one chance.
This could be the last opportunity. That's Yang. It's being forced back though. Back to Sim. But the referee's seen enough. And that is the final whistle. FC Seoul 0, West Ham United 1. FC Seoul, who have made a considerable contribution to this tournament in their first appearance, will depart at the semi-final stage, and West Ham will go on to play the main competition final against Aston Villa.
Yeah, they deserve that. FC Seoul have had a very good weekend, very physical, but they just ran out of ideas a little bit in that game.
And we will be back after the mini soccer. See you a little bit later.
Each two cup finals feature the winners of their quarterfinals of festival shootout. And they represent the top two teams in the under-11 and under-12 age groups. On the blue corner pitch,
we will have a break now.
With Chelsea in their traditional blues and the Antlers in yellow and black. And the next cup final in the oldest of the junior age groups is the under-12. That is on the red court pitch, with Asia Pacific soccer schools in the yellow, facing off against the local side, Southern International in white. Both of these games should showcase a great junior football, and I'm sure the boys will appreciate your support. And finally, a very big thank you to Anthony Taylor, our guest referee for the English Premier League, who will be the man in the middle for this junior soccer final on the red court pitch. So this is a great one for all these boys. Pick a team and support them. And then we just run to the teams on the blue court pitch for Titan. Albert Ola, Turner Jensen, Gilbert Yahudia, Sam Fayola, Thomas Bellman, Ryan Lamb, Justin Lee, Henry Webb, Tyler Martinez, and Vittori Sanyal. And for Chelsea, Max Heaton, Cam Young, Pinyak Yu, Sito Jong Ho, Wu Pinyak, Jeremy Chang, Adam Konevsky, Lai Chu Pak, Leung Yoi-Ching, Woxie Lok, Paul Jong-Ran, and Chen Yu-Ning. And on the red cockpit, the under-12s for HKFC 1, George Carell, George Miller, George Smoggle,